Let me take a couple of minutes to tell you about the ham radio starter kit from buytwowayradios.com. The THUV88 from TYT starter kit was compiled by hams for hams. It has everything you need to get started as a new ham radio operator at minimal cost. It would work great for a ham radio club offering a technician license course or program where you're getting new hams licensed to get on the air. It comes in handy for hams who are on a budget, and it would make a great gift for the ham radio operator in your life. The TYT THUV88 holds 200 channels. It features both dual weight and dual standby. It receives FM broadcast radio and has a high illumination flashlight. It comes standard with a 1400 milliamp hour battery, a belt clip, a desk charger, and a removable antenna. It has many accessories available for upgrade, including bigger batteries, higher performing antennas, external mics, earpieces, and car adapters. It is also USB programmable. Check the link in the description below, and thank you to buytwowayradios.com for supporting this channel. All right, there it is, folks. Good evening. Hello to everyone. Thank you for joining the channel tonight. Ham Radio Happy Hour July edition. Almost August, because August 1st is like Monday. So hopefully a lot of you got to watch Kyle's trivia. That was the last hour. So I participated for the first 2/3 of that. It was a fun event. It always is. So special thanks to Kyle for hosting that and for everything done over there. So we're going to talk tonight about the Huntsville Hamfest coming up in a minute. And I wanted to show you guys this. No, that's not the right one. Gosh, that's not the right page. So I've got some t-shirts out on my website for the Huntsville Hamfest 2022, which is right here. I'll share the link in the chat right there. If you go back to the front page, you can, the 3 styles that I had last year, which are these right here. I've got a few of those left, and I got them on discount for like 10 or 12 bucks, depending on what size. But then the new ones right there, Huntsville 2022. Usually takes about a week to process those and get them shipped to you. So if you want one prior to the Hamfest, you've got 2.5 weeks or something like that to make that happen. And that's where that is right there. So should be really looking forward to the Huntsville Hamfest. 3rd weekend in August. It was a fantastic show last year. I expect it will be an even better show this year because several people kind of dropped out at the last minute last year due to some COVID. It was Huntsville, Alabama was really kind of a COVID hot zone last year. And so we had some vendors drop out. Yazoo dropped out. Flex Radio dropped out. As far as I know, everybody's on board this year because everybody was at Hamvention last May. So as far as I know, everybody should be on board and in attendance at the Huntsville Hamfest this year. And to confirm that, Mark, in for BCW, if I got his call sign right, he will be on this show Sunday night for our monthly giveaway. I'm going to give away some GMRS HTs. I'm going to announce my next giveaway for next month. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, you might have seen that already. But that's that. So let's just go ahead and kick it off here. I've got to get this right window back up. Gosh, that's not correct. How do I click on things? All right. And that one right there. Okay. Let's bring everybody in here and unmute. Hey, guys, what's going on?
Howdy, howdy.
Hello.
What's up?
What's up, James? I saw you join.
Not much, man. Just doing the ham radio thing.
I'm surprised he's not joined from a park.
It's a very reasonable suspicion. So, no doubt. So
there's a lot of storms in the area right now.
You know, we got about 4.5 minutes worth of rain earlier today. So it was a very light sprinkle, and it lasted literally about 5 minutes, and then it was gone. So I was really kind of hoping for some rain for my yard, my poor yard that's turned brown. Well, it turned brown before I started watering the heck out of it. And before someone asks me, I have no idea where Frank is, so please don't ask me where Frank is. I'm not his keeper. But no rain here yet. I wish it would rain, quite frankly. So that is that's the thing. So what did they mention was happening in Charlotte, NC on Kyle Stream? That is the Tapper Digital Communications Conference happening the second or third weekend in September.
I think it's the third weekend.
Is it the third weekend? Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the Tapper Digital Communications Conference. It is it's a thing that happens every year, but they've done it virtually the last 2 years. So, but yeah, go Google Tapper DCC, TAPR DCC, and you'll find it. So, all right, Steve,
Yes.
what's going on, man?
Not much.
You got some stuff to share with us?
Let's see. What do I have? If you haven't seen the video on the new Comet Cat 300,
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, if you haven't got the newsletter yet today, you haven't checked your inbox. I've actually had a lot of people email me and text me on my cell going, where did you get that? I said, well, I work at Gigaparts, duh.
That's good.
I've actually had that since Dayton. So I did the video. We shot the video a couple weeks back, and we're told to wait to post it. So we put it in the newsletter today.
Mm-hmm.
That was that. What else was in the newsletter? Oh yeah.
The mast. Yeah, there you go.
Ta-da.
Looks pretty good.
I grabbed the 20-foot fiberglass just because it was easy to put in the truck.
Okay. But you have a carbon fiber too, don't you?
We have a carbon fiber.
Okay.
You have carbon fiber, the fiberglass, and I don't have my big brother to lean on. I want to say the 25-foot heavy duty. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
And
And are all of those made and geared for Starlink?
yes,
Okay.
they all have that heavy duty base.
Right.
I gotta stop looking at all these. I got three different pictures of myself right now for some reason showing on the screen. But yes, it all has the heavy duty base. So if you have a 50-foot mast or 50-foot tripod, you can use it with that tripod.
Okay. Yeah, so the Starlink dish, and I did a video on my Unplugged channel for this, so hopefully you guys saw that. The dish itself, it's square, it's rectangular. It has a short mast coming out of the bottom of the dish, which positions the disc. It can move up and down, and it's got what is it? It's 2 axis. It's not yaw, but it's like roll and tilt or whatever it is. And that mast coming out of the dish fits perfectly into the top of that mast that Steve has there. So they're making that specifically for Starlink dishes, the RV Starlink dish, to go and deploy and put up wherever the heck you want to. And it works really well. I used it at field day and had very good luck with it.
I say the skunk works version, but we just took the couple sections off the 50-foot for field day here at the Space Rocket Center, and I was quite surprised, and I'm not sure if you went back and looked at the stats for yours. Ours, I set it up Friday at Space and Rocket at, I want to say 10 a.m. when I first got there, stuck it on the mast and tripod, and just plugged it up to the camper because I already had power being ran to me, and unplugged it 3 o'clock Sunday, and we only lost connection 28 seconds during that whole 48 hours. But I will say, and I don't know if, I don't work for Tesla, I don't, work for Starlink kind of thing, but it was funny. At one point, the dish was straight.
Yeah.
I went out during dinner. It was this way. Then it was facing towards the Saturn V rocket. If you've been at the Space and Rocket Center, and we're to the left of the Saturn V for field day, and we all just kind of stood there at all like, how is this pointing straight at the Saturn V decoy? Is it's not the real one.
Yeah.
And we had full signal, but I will say, speed connections were definitely very wavelength. But we had Arden riding off of it because we had an Arden display going on it. And I think at one point we had 28 connections on it. and it never missed a beat.
Good.
No, it's not like we're paying any kind of special, plan. We've got the same plan that I think you have on yours.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I've got, we used it at Field Day, and I tried to stream with it, and it was not adequate for streaming. Now, found out later, Shane, K5QBF, he looked it up. He's like, you know that your lease here is not even on their map. Like, if you drill down far enough to the drop pin of my hunting lease, which is where we did Field Day, that whole area says coming soon, so it shouldn't work there at all.
Yeah.
But, so maybe that will improve with streaming. But leaving the streaming factor aside for the moment, we were watching YouTube videos, we were sending emails, we were browsing websites, and a couple of the guys watched Netflix late at night when they were laying in the trailer trying to go to sleep. And that all worked flawlessly. Much better than my Verizon and AT&T 4G hotspots did. So it's doing what it's advertised to do, even in an area that's not supposedly covered yet. So, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it will do in a better area where it's actually supposed to work. So.
Yeah, that's the you look at the coverage map, like I did the same thing in Huntsville. It's like where the warehouse, my QTH, and Space and Rocket. It's weird. It's almost like it is like an outline of Texas. But if I go about an hour east to like the Georgia line, it's supposed to be full service. Go to Nashville, it's full coverage. Now, I didn't get to take it to Nashville when I was up there for the SRX race at the beginning of the month. I didn't take it to Coleman. I actually had it with me at the Coleman Hamfest, 45 minutes south of us, and I couldn't even get a connection down there. So there's definitely I think they're trying to accommodate where they have subscriptions already available. For people with the equipment. Trying to think what else. I'm looking around because I have so much stuff here because I was hoping it was going to rain here in Alabama so I could actually
tell me about it.
Do stuff. RFinder, I don't have it powered on right now, but
okay.
RFinder B1 this weekend, or I should say for the next week, I want to say it's $9.99 for the B1 Plus.
B1 Plus, yeah.
Yes. And then I hate the glare.
Yeah, it's bad. But that's okay.
I do have, I say not like I own Gigaparts, but we do have the P10 tablets in stock.
Good.
I did shoot a unbox video for that. It hasn't been produced yet, but so far so good. I think you've tried one, or you have one of the betas.
I have. Well, I mean, the beta model was, the hardware is all the same on the beta model. I had mine since beta, but all the updates to it have been the production model. So every time I go, I shouldn't say every time. A lot of the times when I go out to POTA, I use that. I use the Hammers app on that tablet, and every time I do that, someone says, "Hey, what tablet is that you're using to type in your log?" And that's the one. It's the RFinder P10. It's a rugged 10-inch tablet that runs on Android 9.1, I think it is, and it works great. And of course, you download the Hammers app like you would on your phone. It makes it a lot bigger. It's easier to see. It's easier to see the map if you look at the map view. So, really great tablet. I've had really good luck with that. It's got an SDR, I think it's SDR Play built into it.
Yeah. I was just gonna mention the SDR Play. The only thing, and I have, I play the ambassador role, so my only, and I'm not gonna say it's a negative comment, and because I honestly think this is, you've been at our, aka World Headquarters, where I set up, the Hamfest layout. So it could be just our Wi-Fi back there is not the greatest in that Faraday cage corner, but I had one bar Wi-Fi in that building. So I couldn't do a lot when we did the video shoot, but everywhere I walk in that building, it's perfectly fine. I thought the SDR, that SDR receiver built in is phenomenal. I walk around the building and I was picking up things with a little, cheap and I hate to say cheap, but one of those Nagoya antennas, like it was, a beam in the backyard here.
Totally. Yep, it works. Yeah, I get. It's pretty cool that they added SDR into that, and you could just do some monitoring of like SDR, actual SDR radio. So pretty slick. Cool, man. Well, what about you want to talk about push to talk to win?
Yeah, I was gonna let you open up with that, and then go with the rules that I can at least announce and explain.
Okay. All right. So I had a crazy idea. Those of you who know me best will never believe that one of my ideas is crazy. But I had a crazy idea. I was like, let's do a giveaway at the Hamfest that's something like a Mr. Beast giveaway. Like everyone put your hand on the radio and the last one take your hand off wins the radio. Something like that. So I pitched that to GigaParts and they're like, like light bulbs go off. So they took this idea and they just completely revamped it and ran with it. So we're going to do 6 giveaways. Steve, is it 6? 5 of them will be door prizes, and then there'll be like a grand prize at the end.
Yes.
Type stuff, okay? And I don't know if you have any. Do you have any pictures, Steve? I can turn on the sharing thing.
I don't have any pictures.
Okay. That's okay. I mean,
what I can definitely say is we are using Heil, the PTT switches.
Right.
Now, 6 players at a time. I'm just going off of what was passed on to me. 6 players at a time will be tasked to hold 2, not 1, 2 push to talk switches, 1 in each hand, with everyone starting at the same time. If any player stops pressing either of their PTTs, the game computer will show them as disqualified on one of my large TVs.
Right.
Wait.
Yeah.
But hang on.
I got questions.
I got a ton of questions.
Let him explain it. Let him explain it, and we'll take questions. Sure, no problem. We'll take questions.
I knew Josh and Kyle were going to have something already jump in on.
What?
So,
Yeah. Well, the question they're going to ask is, are YouTubers qualified to play this game?
No.
man.
My question is is the first one that blows up their radio the loser? Like, what?
There's not a radio.
Okay, good.
They're just using the PTT switches that interfaces into this computer game thing.
Oh, okay.
There's no radio involved in the game.
No.
Okay? So they're just using the PTT because it's gimmicky for ham radio.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So go ahead, Steve. I'm sorry.
No problem. So pressing the PTT again will not reactivate their status until the game has been reset. So once all 6 players get eliminated, excuse me. So I'd say once 5 players, the first 5 are disqualified, that last one will be the winner, kind of move on to the next level. Now, if it gets long,
it's going to get long.
It's going to get long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get long.
We've got scare tactics built into it, so.
I mean, they're gonna shut
I'm not going into what those levels of difficulty will be, but I will say, arthritis people are gonna. We're making life difficult.
Gotcha. Yeah. Because you're gonna start the PTT button press on Friday morning, and you're gonna come back on Sunday afternoon, and they're still gonna be pressing.
No, we're not.
We've
got
seen these guys rag chewing. We know how they go on 80.
Yeah.
They could hold that thing down for days, man.
That's true. Yeah. We've got plans in place to eliminate most of that. So, and there'll be a timer cutoff as well. So because of interest of time, we can't let you sit there all night long because the Hamfest is going to kick us out at some point.
Right.
So yes. So I just shared the link in the chat. So I think we're going to do it once. I don't remember. Are we going to do it all on Saturday, or does it?
Right now, the plan is to do it just Saturday.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, just Saturday. The final round will start at 1:30.
Okay.
And I think I kind of looking at the schedule and knowing what commitments I have at the stage with, Amateur Newsline Ham of the Year, the Alabama Youth of the Year. Then you have the main prize at probably 4 o'clock because a lot of us got to get out of the South Hall for the DX dinner. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of get-togethers. I'm sure there's going to be some kind of YouTubers bunch barbecue at Campus 805. I'm just guessing. You know.
We have not actually planned Saturday night yet. I'll talk about Friday here in a minute, but we haven't planned Saturday night. I was going to actually ask Josh to plan that because I think he likes to do that. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But yes, So final drawing starts at final contest starts at 1:30, and then the last person to win that round wins $1,000 cash.
Oh wow!
To put towards whatever. We were gonna do a radio, and we were like, you know what? There's ICOM fanboys out there and Yaesu fanboys, and there's guys who want to spend flea market money in the flea market. So at the end of the day, we're just like, you know what? Everybody accepts cash, at least for now. So so we're gonna just I say we. I'm not fronting any money for this. This was my idea. Gigaparts is sponsoring this whole thing. But it'll be $1,000 cash will be the grand prize giveaway to spend wherever the heck you want to. So
that's nice.
So
I'm just kind of skimming, the rule. I think you got the same email that I got. I'm just going through. Players must not exhibit any physical symptoms that reasonably indicate it would be dangerous for them to play. I think that's common sense.
So wait a minute.
That eliminates half the crowd right there.
I mean.
If you roll up in a rascal,
yeah, right, yeah.
Oh
my gosh,
rascal!
If you can't stand up, it's height discrimination, and I take offense to that. If you can't stand up and grab both PTTs at the same time, then it's probably not going to be for you. So
Steve, is there going to be a disclaimer that people have to sign before they start this contest?
Yes, players must sign a waiver. I already said the physical symptoms. Any player that appears to be in physical pain during the game may be disqualified. This determination will be solely by Gigaparts. Well, who's the face of Gigaparts? Do I really want to have to,
Get yourself a referee shirt before we
right.
start this thing.
Yes.
Okay? Make sure you got a referee shirt.
Total referee shirt.
And get Gigaparts put on it too, so you're covered.
What if you're a known 75-meter zombie? Can you still play in this game?
I don't think those people come to Hamfests, quite frankly, but that's my
Those guys can talk, and that PTT is held for hours.
Yeah, well, this is what they've been practicing for the last 95 years since they were youngsters. So
cue a Rocky-esque montage of people practicing for PTT.
I do have to stress the key thing, and we were joking about this today. Players must be able to reach the PTTs without aid.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna? Oh, I see. Okay.
They're not down at waist level; they're up high. I haven't seen this thing, but I've had it described to me, and supposedly you're gonna have to reach up and grab them.
That gets a little.
Pins and needles.
I'm not trying to rip anybody that goes to
must be this tall to play.
Make sure we do a little bit of this before you get to the show.
Musical conductors.
That
are ham radio operators come to Huntsville.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those guys have the best circulation, from what I understand.
For sure. Racer X07, thank you for the super chat. 762 is a magic number. Great video log of the Grand Canyon. Keep up the good work. Love to buy a Ham Radio Happy Hour t-shirt. I have those almost ready, guys. I keep getting asked about Ham Radio Happy Hour t-shirts. They are coming. I should have had them up by now. My fault. But stay tuned. So, all right, Steve, anything else?
I'm looking. I don't have anything else. I just want rain. I want rain in Alabama. I have a lot of. I don't have a lot of things to kind of test.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have a line on the wall that says you must be this tall to play?
No.
This
Sounds
game
like it might be self-regulating.
This game was my idea, and I don't believe in such things. So Scott, just saying right now.
But you do have to reach the thing.
I do have to reach, yeah. I am not playing. I am filming the whole thing.
No, yeah, I mean, but anyone that plays.
Yes, anyone that plays has to reach it. Yes, correct. Yes, have to reach up to a certain height. And I've pretty much disqualified Frank just because. But other than that, I think that pretty much everybody's qualified. So
what
guys,
happens? Are you just gonna have? What if you have 1,000 people who want to enter this thing? Are you gonna pull? How are you gonna whittle it down?
If we.
That's a good question, Steve.
I don't know. That's a good.
because I mean everyone's going to enter,
Yeah.
but not all of your. I mean, if you've got people that the game goes on for 15, 20 minutes, and you got 500 people that enter, you're not going to get through the game by 1:30.
No.
You're going to have a bracketing system.
Right. You're going to you're going to have to say, all right, we're going to have a lottery system, and the first 30 people, the first 50 people that we choose get to enter into the pot, because you're going
to get everybody.
You're going to get everyone. You're going to get everyone.
You're dangling
No one's done
$1,000,
something like this before, so it's going to get a ton of people. Like no one's done anything like this.
So you got to have some type of lottery system that you choose the first X amount of people, and then put them in a bracket. Put them in a bracket of 64 or 128, and whittle it down.
That's something we'll have to discuss that over email, Steve.
Have you considered a safe amount of voltage that you run through the handheld?
It's like a game of operation.
It's a game of who can handle the RF burn, and you just keep increasing your power until you have a winner, right?
Yeah.
That's the dead heat.
Just build a horrible antenna. Just let the RF come back right into you.
With your arms up like this, you're really vulnerable to a lot of things.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
You should get one of those bug assaults and just right in the armpit. Right in the armpit.
Oh, bug assault. I didn't think about that. It's a great idea. That's a great idea. Cool. All right. So, anyway, details are not all hammered out yet. Uh-oh. Yeah, I see your...
You got it?
Go into subscriber only. Turn it on, Jason. Turn it on.
You know what? I did that last time, and those idiots subscribed to me.
Well, hey, you got a subscriber out of it.
So I got a subscriber out of it, at least, I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess. But, yeah. Supposedly, YouTube turned on something where it was remove. So I hit it from the channel, and it takes YouTube a minute to catch up, I guess. Supposedly, they turned on something where you have to be a subscriber for like an hour now. So I haven't tried it since they made that change. But I did that like 2 streams ago. I did that, and I'm like, seeing them pop up anyway. I'm like, well, I guess I got a subscriber out of it. What do you know? So cool, Steve. This is really cool at GigaParts to do. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to build. I can't wait to see. You're going to have to send me some pictures of the contraption when you get it, like sometime next week.
Yeah.
And we'll do some promo videos to kind of lead it up. Because, Josh and Kyle are right. There's going to be a line of people up there that's I want to do it. So
you're going to have way too many people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a limit of 6 persons per round.
That's the issue.
And yeah. And how do we pick those 6? That's a good question. So we'll have to brainstorm on that, I think.
Yeah.
So cool, man. Appreciate you being here, Steve.
No problem.
Hang out for as long as you like. So, all right, I'm going to start at the top, and everybody tell me what you're drinking and what you're doing in ham radio. And you POTA guys already have an answer for that. So, what's up, Pat? How are you tonight?
Muted.
He's muted.
Unmute.
Rookie mistake.
There we go. Yeah. Slap on the head.
I'd understand that from a CW guy, Pat, but come on, surely you know what a microphone is.
I know a little bit of CW, so I guess go to pass. I'm drinking Flying Dog Dead Rise Old Bay Summer Ale. It's an Old Bay flavored beer. It's pretty good.
It's a hell of a name.
Yeah. But I've just been up to POTA. I POTA'd my butt off for Support Your Parks weekend.
Cool.
And I just put up a video from Field Day. It was the presentation my club did about WinLink by WTLNX. The dude knows a ton about WinLink. So if anyone's interested in learning about it, go check that out, because I actually learned a lot from it myself. But
good.
Other than that, I'm just going to keep putting up some more POTA videos.
All right, so I'm glad you brought up POTA. Okay. So here is what I want to do for the Huntsville Hamfest. And I would like a couple of you other YouTube guys to plan something for possibly Thursday night, maybe Saturday night, but I would like to take the reins on Friday. And because I was under the impression that Huntsville was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but it's not. It's just Saturday and Sunday. Okay? Who's got the wind noise in their microphone right now?
Maybe me. It's probably me. I'll take care of it.
Okay. That was you, Josh. As soon as you muted it, went away. It's very light and subtle, but I hear a small rumble in there. So anyway, so on Friday, we have a pavilion rented again, which has been rented for us, and it's all day instead of just in the evening like it was last time. And I'm told it's the same pavilion, but I don't know if it's the same pavilion they gave to us originally and they moved us from, or the same pavilion we were actually at last year. Because if you remember correctly, those of you who were there, we had that pavilion back there in the dark rented, and it was kind of muddy. There weren't any lights on, and they came up and they said, "Hey guys, let's just move all over here and to the lighted pavilion." And that's where we spent the evening there. So we have a pavilion, and I'll find out which one rented, and we are going to POTA all day long. I'm going to get there Wednesday night. Frank and Mike and I are going to get there Wednesday night, so I'll be there all day on Thursday. I don't have anything to do on Thursday, so if someone wants to plan something cool to do on Thursday, let me know. And then Friday, we're just going to get up in the morning, go to the pavilion right there in Montesano State Park, and I'm going to set up the hex beam and some radios, and we're just going to do Parks on the Air all day long. And we'll probably want to take a break at some point. I might want to go up to the show and walk around the pre-show for an hour or two during lunchtime or something. But for the most part, we'll be doing POTA at the park all day long. And I just want to invite everyone to come out. If you want to come out and activate Parks on the Air, you want to hang out with us, you want to talk, you want to see what the hex beam looks like, you've never done POTA before. Every time I've done one of these POTA meetup events here in town, I've always got at least one or two people who've never done POTA before. One guy one time was a technician, and he sat down with Shane, and Shane walked him through how to do POTA and let him call CQ with Shane's call sign. And the guy got up and said, "Okay, I'm going home to study for my general. I'll see y'all." And he left. So, because he loved it so much. So we just want to do POTA all day long on Friday. We'll probably get tired by the evening time and want to go get some dinner or something, blah, blah, blah. So we might make plans to do that later. I don't have any plans to do that right now, but we're going to do a park.
James and I will be stuck there.
Yeah. So we're going to do Parks on the Air all day long on Friday. So I hope that you guys will come out and join us. And you have to pay to get into the park, but other than that, everything we're doing is free. So I hope that some of you will take us up on that. So all the YouTubers, of course, are invited, and I hope that you guys will come hang with us, those of you who are there on Friday. And then as far as Thursday night and Saturday night goes, I'm going to let someone else plan that. I'm going to kind of take Friday my own and then see what other people plan for the other nights, and I'll go from there. But you mentioned Parks on the Air, Pat, which I knew you would, so I thought I'd mention that there. So are you going to Huntsville?
I'm 50-50 on it right now.
Okay.
I'm there's something going on in my life right now. I'm waiting to get resolved, and once that gets resolved, then I'll have a more definitive answer. But
okay.
Also keep an eye out, because me and James might be doing something kind of cool on the Chesapeake Bay pretty soon. So
cool, good, awesome. Well, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate your time tonight.
Yeah, no problem.
Scott, what's up, man? How are you?
Oh, doing pretty good. Kind of boring tonight in the drinks. I'm just enjoying a little liquid death. Nothing special. Pretty tasty though. And I'm just experimenting with some antenna stuff. I put out a quick show yesterday. It seems to have kind of hit some nerves with a couple people in a good way. And it was just more about, I had a viewer write to me and say they got discouraged from ham radio because of certain incidents that they had experienced. I just got on there. I want to do a show about this to help other people out that might be in a similar situation, and just talk about, hey, don't let this stuff get to you. I said, join this online community. I mentioned you and Josh and, a couple other of the bigger shows that have things like this where people can interact with us and have a good time and get some questions answered and stuff. So hopefully we're going to see a new slew of people coming in and maybe interacting and joining the online ham community if they're in a situation where they live, where they can't really get the same camaraderie you get here.
Good. That's excellent. Yeah, that's kind of, and I don't want to speak for anybody else, but I have a feeling that I'll get a lot of agreement when I say this, but that's a lot of the reason why, it's not the only reason, but it's a lot of reason why we do YouTube, because I can't count the number of people who have come onto my show, well, not my show, but in the comments of videos for the last 7 years and said, hey, I don't have a ham radio club near me, or more commonly, I have a ham radio club near me, and I went to it and started asking them about System Fusion, DMR, something like that, and they were like, if you're not a CW operator, get out of here. We don't want to talk to you. So, yes, that's a lot of the reason why we do YouTube, is to welcome people, because everybody's... And if you're a diehard CW guy and that's all you want to do, then, hey, man, more power to you. That's great. There's nothing in the world wrong with that, but there's nothing in the world wrong with the other modes either. So,
well, I think we have an opportunity with YouTube and social media as a whole, where we can reach a wider range, a wider audience of people worldwide, rather than just one local area. I got
Correct.
people on here I've met from places I'd never go to or I haven't gone to yet.
Yeah.
And online, it's fantastic.
No, yeah, I know. And what's his name? Oh gosh, Josh W7U, Alex.
Oh, W7HU.
HU, yeah, W7HU.
Yeah,
Alex.
Yeah,
that's his name, right? Alex from Cuba.
Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Florida now. Yeah. So yeah, he had this entourage of guys with him at Orlando back last February, and 2 or 3 of those guys saying, "Oh yeah, man, we're down in wherever the heck they were, Colombia, not Puerto Rico, but like South America somewhere," and like, "Oh yeah, a bunch of people watch your show," and I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "Okay, I need to learn Spanish better." But I'm like, I was surprised by that, by so many people, so many South American people watching my show. But yes. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Scott. Yeah, people from all over the place that I've never interacted with in a real life situation. Yeah, they come on there and they do that too. So it's a really cool feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, I think we enjoy. I mean, I responded to one of the people today from that video I made yesterday. And so I think I can speak for a lot of the other YouTubers that we really enjoy doing this. As a passion we have. We want to help you guys out and reach out to you and you know, be available for you. So.
Thanks, Scott. I appreciate you being here tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
I need to follow with you about that website too. I'll hit you up later. I forgot to do that when I got back in town.
Yeah, no problem.
So cool. Aaron, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm not too bad. Been pretty busy the last month with family and work stuff, so I haven't been on the channel or much radio play, but I wanted to jump on tonight shortly anyways. I'm in between meat prep. I got about 30 pounds of meat I'm throwing on the smoker tomorrow for my son's graduation party, so I'm not drinking tonight. I'll be drinking tomorrow.
Oh, well, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
High school, college?
High school. Yeah.
High school.
Yeah, I got probably about 11-pound brisket and a couple pork butts to throw on the smoker for 8 hours tomorrow, so I'll be getting up bright and early to throw them on, so... Other than that, just hopefully after this weekend, I'll be able to get back to doing a little more on the channel. So,
yeah, good. Well, good. That sounds like fun. Good luck with that. Are you going to Huntsville?
I'm working that weekend, so I won't be able to make it again this year. I'd like to, but maybe I hit Mega Millions tonight, and I won't have to worry about work anymore.
Well, good luck to you. I wish you luck on that. Yeah. If you hit Mega Millions tonight, I'm going to need you to buy me a couple of brand new Elecraft K4s I can give away on my show. How's that?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. We're in agreement then. I'll pray for you tonight.
Sweet.
So, Steve at Gigabart's over there like, buy Yezu, buy Yezu, buy Yezu, buy Yezu. So, cool, man. Thanks for being here tonight, Aaron.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
You know, if you knew the amount of trade-ins I've been getting or trading requests for K3s.
Oh yeah.
So you know, when I hear the K4 thing, trust me. Even local people, you know, we just had a guy sell his 101 MP to get a K4. Ooh. So there's still, there's the mixed review. And then I could probably cause a debate if I said my DX3000 was causing problems with a K3 at field day, and I had to break out my 7600 as my backup radio because they said there was phase noise being caused by my DX3000 with the K3.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, and we've talked about this on the show before, and I think Josh and I are in agreement. I basically just want one of everything. So, and I'll take a K3, a K4. I have a K3 actually. I'll take a K4 and a 101 MP and a 101D, and
it's the perfect argument of how do you really know
exactly.
radio is right for you if you don't try them all.
If you don't try them all.
Radios
Absolutely.
have a wonderful resale value. Yeah. They hold their value to a very high level. Even the old radios, hell, some of the old radios like the 857 goes for like 100% over retail price now.
It's
right?
ridiculous.
So you can literally, and I'm not kidding. I know this sounds, I sound like a complete monster when I say this, but if you buy like a couple of the HTs, even the really expensive ones, and you don't know which one you like, buy them both, figure out which one it is, and then sell the other one. You will get back like all your money, I promise.
I mean, there's a
guy,
you know?
I was gonna say there's a guy I have, he's due. He's due for his quarterly trade-in of stuff he bought first quarter of 2022 kind of thing. It's almost like he tests it, plays with it for 6 months, trades it in, takes that money, and just rotates it back around. I mean, he's he's got a frequent flyer trade-in miles with me, and he knows I'm fair. You know, he knows he's not going to get what he paid for it, but and it comes in looking literally like new.
It's not like a television that you put up on the wall and you go, wow, that looks good, I'm happy. You're talking about something that you are going to be manipulating and actively engaged with,
right?
Potentially for years. And if you start looking at over close to $2,000 for something like that, you know, like one of these, you would almost do a similar thing with a computer, right? You wouldn't just necessarily go into a store and buy a $2,000 computer. You try it out and you do the whole 9 yards. Well, why not do that with radios? In fact, you're going to be more hands-on with it in a lot of ways with radio than just a laptop with a keyboard or whatever.
Right. Oh yeah, I got a bone to pick with you about your latest laptop video, Josh. My God,
I don't know what happened, but that video got some legs, and it's cheap. That's what it is. It's cheap, and ham radio operators are cheap.
Yes.
$60 laptop. Let's go, and it's just insane, man.
I think KMRD has been to the Micro Center in Houston like 6 times.
Yeah, I think he's got like 8 of them now.
He's got 2 of them for me. So
yeah, because you couldn't get them right everywhere. Was sold out.
The Dallas one's been sold out since you posted it early for your YouTube channel members. Go join Josh's YouTube. Join mine first, but then join Josh, because I saw Josh's video before everybody else because I'm one of his YouTube channel members. I went out there and immediately clicked on Micro Center in Dallas. It sold out, and they haven't had any since then. So
I'll go get it. I'll go get it because the thing is just hilarious. It is literally the Baofeng of laptops. I'm not kidding when I say that. I lost it though when I plugged it into a 12-volt source, like 12 volts. I set it to 12 volts and it charged. I was like, well, that's good news. I can use that. And then I was like, what the hell? Let's try 13.8. Charged. I was like, oh, we're on, baby. Because now everything's uniform.
Now you can plug it into your car.
Everything. You can plug it into your car. You can plug it into your solar system with a charge controller, your Bio-NO batteries, whatever batteries you run for your ham radio. Distro that out into your laptop. Done. You don't have to get some crazy funky charge solution. Yeah. Fantastic.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, your video increased traffic in Houston. Thanks for that.
Sorry.
Sure.
Mike called me the day you put that video out to tell me about it. He's like, yeah, they got pallets of them over there at Micro Center. It's like 5 miles, 6 miles from my house.
The good news is they actually have a lot at certain stores, like pallets of them stacked up. So you can get them. They're not hard to get. And even if you don't want to go to a Micro Center, it's $100 shipped on Amazon. That's nothing.
Yeah,
that's nothing.
That's true.
That's cheaper than a Raspberry Pi.
So it is right now, that's for sure. Well, okay, so this is funny. KM4ACK, he saw your video, and he went to the Micro Center out there in Murfreesboro, and he said they had just gotten Raspberry Pis in. He's like, I want 5 of them. They were $55 a pop.
Oh, that's crazy.
And he's like, they're normal price. Oh, my God. So he said they wouldn't let him buy more than one, but he sent his wife back in to get one. So, it's all craziness, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting one of those because I want to try it out myself. But Mike has mine.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear Ham Radio Adventure Guy use it on his POTAs. I'm excited to hear the report when he uses it for a while because I don't know if the thing's gonna explode. Like it's a piece of crap. I call it the Jankopotamus for a reason.
Yeah,
it is a cheap laptop. It is super cheap. I cannot undersell this, but it's $60. Who cares?
Yeah, very true.
If Baofeng made laptops.
Right. Yeah. Cool. All right. Where are we? I think we're down to Charlie now.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. As you know, we had a successful Grand Canyon trip. Had some rowdy, troublemaking YouTubers stay at my house, which was
I know it.
Fun. And
those guys.
I know. So it was 10 days up in the woods of Grand Canyon and toiling all around there. And then I came home and turned around, and the next day took 10 days and went up to Wyoming and Utah to visit family. So I've been, and that I really kind of unplugged for most of that time. So I hadn't had anything posted on my channel for a while. I have 5 videos I'm trying to edit right now and get in up on the channel. So, but what I'm drinking, I don't know. I might be the only person in the country that has just discovered this, but maybe not. But have you guys heard of Frost Top root beer? Oh my gosh, this root beer is amazing.
Yeah.
Found it by chance at an Ace Hardware, and Ace Hardware is one of the only distributors of this frost top. I don't know, man. I love it. If you can find it, send me some, man. It's amazing.
I've never heard of it, but I'll look for it.
It's good root beer, man.
But
yeah. So I'm just trying to. When we were up in Wyoming, we did a summit, a SOTA summit. My wife and I, and it was never been activated before. So when we got to the top, I let Sandy do the activation first. So she's the first time activator on that one. That was pretty cool. And so I think other than that, I'm just going to start get back here and edit some videos and then start getting back into some summits on the air here in town. And I'm not going to Huntsville, unfortunately. My next thing is Quartz Fest in January. So that's about it for me.
So unless plans change, which I've changed my plans 3 or 4 times, but unless something drastically changes, I should be at Quartz Fest.
Yeah. So
I'm planning on I'm going to take my own sweet time to get there because it's like an 18-hour drive without pulling a trailer.
Right.
So I think what I want to do, and I've already plotted out this course, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just look at the map. And I took about an hour one day, and I sat down and looked at the map, and I was like, if I could drive 6 to 6.5 hours a day and leave at like 8 or 9 in the morning and get to where I'm going at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, then I can chill out for the evening. I pick a state park to camp at that night. So we get to the state park, we set up, we kind of chill out for the evening, we have a nice dinner, we activate the park, we're not rushed for time, because it seems like every time we go on one of these trips, we get to the park where if we're staying overnight somewhere, we get there after dark, we're so tired, we crash, we get up the next morning, we have a little bit of time to activate, but we want to get on the road pretty quick. So if I could get to the park early enough to have time to kind of enjoy it for a few hours, then I do that the next day, then I do that the third day, and then by the third day I'm there. So
that sounds fun.
Yeah, I think that it'll be a fun trip. Frank said he's going to go with me, and then he's going to fly home like he did for. He's going to drive out to Huntsville and fly home like he did to the Grand Canyon, and he says he wants to do that again for Quartz Fest. Assuming that's true, then I should be able to go to Quartz Fest in January. So I'm really hoping that I can work that schedule out.
That sounds like fun.
But you're only like, what? It's like a 3-hour drive for you or something like that?
If that.
Okay.
2.5, 3, yeah.
2.5, okay. I didn't realize you were that close to it.
Me neither.
And, yeah. So, okay. Well, good. We got plenty of time between now and January, but we'll have to coordinate that for sure. That'll be a fun trip.
Yep.
Good. Cool. Thanks for being here, Charlie.
Yeah.
And that was a really fun trip. Thanks for putting all that together.
Yep, that's fun.
You and Adam have really come through on those trips the last couple of years, so I look forward to seeing what you guys want to do next year.
Sure.
So, cool. Kyle, you're next. Is that your Ward Silver Beam up there?
Yeah, bands are hopping, man. Look at this.
What band is that?
That's 40 and 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
Is 40 on top?
Or
is that 20?
Yeah, 40 is on top.
Yeah, 40's real popular right now.
Yeah, yep. The Ham Radio Crash Course. The
net's on right now.
Yep.
On 7.226 megahertz, but I can't get them right now.
Nope.
You probably got better luck than me.
Yeah, I was hearing Ethan call for check-in. So, yeah, things are good. First, I want to publicly tell Charlie thank you for doing the Grand Canyon. So I've never been to the Grand Canyon. I had an absolute blast. I couldn't get everything in my suitcase, and Charlie gave me a cot. He gave me a tent. He gave me a sleeping pad. What else, Charlie, did you give me? I mean, it was just like,
hard time.
A hard time.
Yeah.
So I had an absolute blast. It was great. I wish that we had one of those planned like every 3 months because it was just a great time. I love
agree
hanging out with everyone and doing ham radio, and it was awesome. I had a great time. So thank you, Charlie.
You bet.
My video is yet to come. I'm in the process of editing it. But I have a busy August. I'm going to Spokane, Washington for the W7DXCC conference that I'm going to talk about Node Red. So if you're going to be in Spokane the first weekend in August, please hit me up. I'd like to hang out and maybe even do some POTA in the Spokane area. I don't have Washington on my list, so that'd be awesome. Second weekend, I'm not doing anything. The third weekend is Huntsville, so I'm kind of still up in the air on Huntsville. I'm probably going to come, but things still have to kind of line in if I'm going to make the decision. I'll make the decision Tuesday or Wednesday of that week. And then I've got to go up to Chicago for my contesting club, SMC Fest, Society of Midwest Contesters. I'm going to do a presentation up in Chicago. So I've got a busy August coming up.
Wow. I'll say.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. Had a busy July at work, so I really didn't do a lot of I did a lot of POTA, but didn't really film it. You know, I'm still in the process of learning CW, right? So I'm still wanting to get out as much as I can, get on the radio as much as I can, get as much airtime as I can, because, you know, the more airtime you get with CW, the better you get. And every time that I get on the air for a couple of hours and do POTA, I can feel myself getting better and better and better. Instant character recognition is coming quicker and quicker. I'm not stuttering on you know, H's and S's and B's and D's and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm just trying to get on the air as much as possible and do more CW. So yeah, that's what's been happening in a nutshell for the last X amount of weeks. So, but thanks for having me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, always appreciate you being here. So yeah, I'm going to keep practicing copying, and one of these days when Adam goes and activates a summit, I'm gonna call him with my call sign and see how I'm gonna make sure he's got a camera recording before I do that.
Yeah, that's what you said on your podcast, or not your podcast, but your Wednesday.
Right? Yeah, because I'm like, because I want to see the look on his face when he copies my call sign on CW. So, but yeah, maybe I'll do that to Charlie instead of Adam. One of you two is do that too.
Yeah, bring it. It'd be fun.
Also, Jeff, in for POD. Need more SOTA. So if I go to Huntsville, yes. So, and I know Josh has made fun of me on this. So I stop at Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and I pick up 30 cases of cherry lemon sundrop. And I load it in the back
30
of my truck.
cases?
30 cases.
That's right.
I don't make fun of you. I just I consider the commitment to it as fairly extreme.
Yeah. It's a whole system. You have a whole system, don't you?
Yeah. So it's not all for me. It's some of it is contraband. And so I bring it up to St. Louis and I sell it, you know, I buy it at Kroger. The process is I call Dave down in the Kroger at Murfreesboro.
First name basis with the buyer for Kroger.
I call down there and I go, hey, can I talk to Dave, the grocery manager? He comes on the line. It's like, this is Dave. I'm like, hey, this is Kyle from St. Louis. He goes, Kyle. Yeah, it's that
Kyle.
time, isn't it? Yeah.
This is Kyle. You got the stuff. You got the stuff, man.
You got the stuff.
It's like Dave's not here, man. Dave's not here, man.
Not here. And he goes, how many cases you want? I go, well, can I get 30? He's like, 30? Didn't you get 35 last time? I'm like, no, I got 30 last time. So,
oh gosh.
So I load the cherry lemon sundrop in the truck. I bring it up to St. Louis, and then I sell it to my friends for $20 a case.
Whoa!
Well, hey, with today's gas prices, I think you're justified on that, buddy.
Yeah.
So what do I got to do to put you on a full pallet of sundrop?
Yes.
Dave, the grocery man.
That is funny.
I want to thank Dave at the Murfreesboro Kroger for getting me my sundrop and hooking me up. That's awesome.
That's great. Oh, that is funny. Okay.
But
all right.
Josh had a little bit of taste of that with.
I did. I was just going to mention this.
Yeah. So sundrop is like it's
ski.
Not ski. It's not like squirt, but it's like ski. Yep.
Right. So I was in Ohio a couple weeks ago, as people probably figured out from a couple of the videos I posted, and I was at Dave Canterbury's The Gathering. And somebody handed me a can of ski and told me you can really only get this in Ohio, maybe Tennessee area or something like that too. Anyway, it's a fairly limited soda. It is better than Mountain Dew. If you like Mountain Dew, you'll love ski. And it's got more character to it than just being super sweet. But then Dave goes, oh, that can stuff's trash. Here you go. And he handed me a glass bottle of it.
Yes.
And it reminded me back home here in California, there's only one way to drink Coke, and that's Mexican Coke in the glass bottle from Mexico. There is no better Coke than Mexican Coke. So I'm drinking this glass bottled ski, and I'm like, I like the can one already, but this is amazing. It is really good stuff.
Yes.
So I got to taste that. And I'm not a soda guy, by the way. I will very rarely have a soda, maybe once a month, maybe. And I was hopped up on medicine, on COVID, going cross country, and I stopped beforehand to buy like 6 skis, and I'm just drinking it as I'm rolling through Kansas. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Ski. How do you spell that? S-K-I?
S-K-I, man. That's it.
I haven't heard of that one, but
yeah, it's a wild little, and there's vending machines like in Ohio, like just like an old school stand-up vending machine that says ski on the side. It just says ski, and I'm like, all right, it's good. It's really good stuff.
It's good.
I'll have to look at that next time I go to Dayton.
So ski is like Sundrop, but
okay,
it's
but not the cherry Sundrop that you like, right?
Correct, right? Yeah. It's way less syrupy than Mountain Dew, right?
Yes.
It's very light, very light.
There's an acidic kind of taste to ski a little bit on the back end. I actually really liked. I really enjoyed that. But anyway, I'm getting in the weeds.
All right, I'm done. Go to the next person.
Well, Josh is the next person. I think you guys have kind of So Josh, go ahead, man.
So I got COVID and I drove home and I decided to make a POTA go at it. That was interesting. I ended up leaving an antenna that we set up. I was doing an antenna review, got COVID on Sunday, and just decided to leave it with the ham club. So they got gifted an antenna, which was nice. So that meant I had like very little on me. Dave Canterbury let me borrow a ham stick with a mag mount. That mag mount, I think when he was taking it off the Jeep, it twisted the shield off of the part that gets stripped away to the bare metal, so it wasn't making good electrical connection to the base. Didn't work, so I ended up having a whole journey, 3-4 days of trying to get home and then also try and work a POTA. I think I stopped at 4 places. 3 were failures, but on the last day, stopped to hang out with my buddy very briefly. He already had COVID. Julio, Gigaparts in Las Vegas. Good guy. Great guy. I ran in and I got myself a 17-foot telescopic whip, hooked that onto my C-clamp little thing that I had, went to a park that I had already activated, so I knew I could do it, and I did it. So I was very excited that I was able to successfully POTA while I was driving home with COVID. With that said, I'm back home. I feel much better. I have literally sitting on just a boatload of HTs that I have to review. So that one right there. Hey guys, who's excited for a AM and FM CB radio handheld? I love this radio. I'm not even kidding. It's actually really freaking cool. Here's the best part. It's USB-C charging. It's USB-C. How is it that CB radio gets USB-C charging before most ham radios do? Maddening to me. I can't.
Because it's Chinese.
I don't know, man, but
because it's Chinese.
Now Josh, does it beat your CB radio that you bought at Dayton?
The Space Patrol walkie-talkies?
The Space Patrol, yeah.
No, it doesn't. Well, obviously for kitsch factor, but I got a new one too, a new one of those CB handhelds. But straight up, because it's FM, it does all the sub-audible tones now. So you can do CTCS tones over CB radio. It's freaking cool. It's really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. So look forward to a video on that and the antenna that I dragged out to Ohio, another radio. It's just so many things going on. But yeah, tons of stuff. And obviously Huntsville. We're all going to be in Huntsville next month. I'm really excited.
I wish.
Well, a lot of us will be.
A lot of us.
Sorry you won't be there, Charlie.
Yeah.
I'm so mopey.
Yeah. Is that it? Yeah. I mean, Huntsville's a great show. If you guys can make it, if you guys can put it in your schedule, you should, because it is a fantastic show.
Super chill. Super chill. I appreciate you guys do it differently, and I like the way you do it. but I also really like the way I do it. I stay in the damn hotel. I wake up.
Yeah.
I go downstairs. I get breakfast, and then I just walk right into the show floor, and it's ham show. I don't have to do anything. The bar will be open. I've been told. Don Wilbanks is been discussing with me on the actual professional way that you're supposed to do the Huntsville Hamfest. He was telling me that the bar in the hotel should be open, so we should be good.
Yeah,
last time it was
closed.
Yeah, last time it was closed. Yeah.
You're bummed.
That's right. Good. Well, good. I'm not speaking from experience or anything, but I'm pretty sure that bar will get a lot of attention that weekend. So
Yeah.
Just because of what I know. And I don't want to go back to Campus 805. Honestly, I didn't really care for.
Where we ended up was
okay. But yeah, those first people got mad at us for moving tables around, and I'm like, you know, I'm not all down with that. I mean, their food and beer is good.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. But yeah, the venue was a little bit meh. They were just kind of, they couldn't handle our rowdiness.
We kind of winged it too. Like at least with Hamvention, I think we learned a lesson from Huntsville that we kind of need to call ahead. So the warped wing thing was pre-planned. There was a ton of people that showed up. I don't think we were operating in the same mindset last year in Huntsville.
No,
I don't think
sure
we
not.
expected as many people to show up as that did. So
what I hear you saying is that we should let Kyle plan the pub night, like he did at Dayton. So that's what I hear you saying.
So straight up, I'll put the call out to people that are watching us right now. I'll probably say the same thing on my live stream tomorrow, that if you're a Huntsville native and you know the Werner Braun Center, and if you have a good recommendation for a place that could probably get like 30 plus people and they'd be down with that, let me know. Send me a message, DM me on Discord or something like that.
Especially if they have like a
don't say
private...
Texas Roadhouse, Cat. No Texas Roadhouse. Sorry, no.
It's Poorhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. Let's do Roadhouse.
A networking event, and Poorhouse actually accommodated 150 people.
It's called Whorehouse?
Whorehouse? What?
It's poor.
Like you
Poorhouse.
Poor.
Not to be confused with the ghetto, but POUR house.
Yes. Poorhouse.
Whorehouse.
It's at Stove House.
I still hear whorehouse.
I'm sorry. Between Jason and Kat, the way it's just the way you're saying it, I keep still hearing the W in there.
Well,
the
WH. Steve's up there laughing right now because he's like, "Oh, damn, they found my spot." So,
well, Steve's got less of a southern accent.
The biggest problem the weekend of the Hamfest, and I was just talking about this earlier in the week with the Huntsville club members. You've got Weird Al Yankovic Friday night at the Von Braun Center.
Oh, wow.
What?
What?
I think I found out what I'm doing Friday night.
That's the problem we have. We've got Weird Al. There's something going on at the Mars Music Hall in the same vicinity of the area of the Hamfest. There's a concert Saturday night at Mars Music Hall that's attached to the Von Braun Center. I'm trying to pull the calendar up now, but I know for a fact.
I hope it's Devo. Please be Devo.
Devo.
Please be Devo.
Please be Devo. Oh my gosh.
If it's Devo, I'm coming down early.
What? So Weird Al is Weird Al is gonna be at the place we're gonna be at for the Hamfest.
Yes.
Can we get Weird Al at the Hamfest?
Yes. Maybe we should try and
we
should try and add him on Twitter.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, it's like Weird Al. Listen, I wouldn't normally do this, but you're gonna be there that weekend.
Yeah.
Just go like one room over, big Hamfest. It's gonna be crazy.
Guaranteed not to be the weirdest person in the room at a Hamfest. Yeah. And then we're going to the whorehouse after that.
Do your concert, come over to the Hamfest, and then come over with us to the whorehouse.
Oh my gosh.
Weird Al would be like, I'm in.
I don't think he would. Let's not make assumptions here. Of course, we mean the poor house.
Oh, poor.
Yeah.
Biore pour strips on me, fellas. Okay, we'll get nice and clean. We'll do a little deep cleanse.
Kat, do they have a private room?
Of course they do. They're the whorehouse.
No, not the whorehouse. The poorhouse.
Jason, it's called a champagne room. Okay, it's a champagne room.
Access. to
They
the
have what
rooftop.
access?
They have rooftop access.
Can you rent out the whole rooftop?
I can call and find out.
Call and
That'd be
find out.
great,
Let me know.
yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it's going to be 195 degrees in Huntsville that weekend, but
Oh yeah, and humid.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can call and find out. They definitely accommodated 150 plus people. If I don't think quite 150 people attended, it was maybe like 75, but definitely, it was a call ahead thing.
Well, we went to the place we went to in Dayton.
Troll Pub.
The Troll Pub said we had to spend at least $250.
Yeah.
I think we did that in 15 minutes.
At the end of the night, I think we dropped about $4,000 in that place, just from our group at the Hamfest. So, you're welcome to. Don't promise them $4,000, but say these guys are insane, and you would be well to have them. And if they want their venue all over YouTube. We should
be
great.
Kat, don't say the word insane, because that can mean a lot of different things to a lot of people. Just say
Right,
spend a lot of money,
Look,
and we're actually
I will
really good
just tell
customers.
them-
We're really good customers. We're really respectful, and we spend a lot of money.
Okay, what I will tell them is like a bunch of nerds are going to show up and drink.
Oh, perfect! Yeah, you nailed it.
That's
perfect.
Tell them we're with Weird Al and see what they
shut up.
You do realize that when I go make reservations places and I really need a good reservation, I always say Stamos for like however many parties, and they automatically think it's John Stamos showing up.
Well, good luck with you on that. So, okay, yeah. Find out. Let me know. Send me a DM in Twitter or something.
Oh yeah, seriously. If they want references, contact Tom at Troll Pub.
Oh yeah, Tom at Troll Pub. He was the man, dude.
Okay.
We're gonna have to call and ask for him next year, Kyle.
Well, I've already got the place rented. Sorry.
Oh, that's fantastic.
The Troll Pub?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
And I asked
the Airbnb. Do we? Oh, it's a different one.
No, the Airbnb was rented already, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a different one though. We're good. We're good.
We
Good.
lost it, man. Between two hands. That was it. It's
I know it.
happen.
Yeah.
I should have done something. I'm kicking myself.
There's always 2024.
Yeah.
You should call and rent it right now for 2024. Say, hey.
Yeah.
Just rent it for the next 5 years.
I know.
So.
Well, maybe that's an option.
But yeah, for sure.
That's the thing one could do.
Cool. All right. Well, Kat, you're next in line, so let's let you have the floor for a minute. What's up?
Oh.
By the way, happy
nothing.
birthday.
Oh, who said happy birthday?
I did.
Pat did.
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
Happy
thanks.
birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Forever 29, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Forever 29.
Yep.
That's it. Nothing's been much. I've just been doing a lot of stuff around the house. Finally got Jordan's room cleaned out, and he's actually got a room now. And that's really been about it. And going to the gym.
I've been seeing your gym pictures on Twitter.
Yes.
So yeah, good. Well, good for you. I've been doing that myself, actually. I don't put stuff on Twitter, but nobody wants to see that. But
everybody don't mind seeing me, so there.
Yeah. So, okay,
I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm down like 16, 17 pounds.
That's great.
Congrats. That's awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah, that really is. So, well, cool. Thanks for being here.
Well, thank you.
And Adam's back in the stream. What's up, man? You outside now?
Yes, indeed, I am. Yeah, made some dinner, had some good food, and headed back outside. It's actually pretty nice here now. It's cooling down a bit, and I have been spending a bunch of time in the mountains doing some peak bagging. Last weekend I activated 3 SOTA summits that had never been activated before. Very remote Sierra peaks, and I shot some video, so I'll be editing that up. Kind of similar to the one I posted the other day, but with more radio involved this time. And beyond that, I've been working on some projects around the house and the shop, printing more paddles, getting those prepped for sale. Some people have been reaching out directly, and I've been arranging some direct sales before I get them on Amazon. I'm also working on this guy. This is a 100-watt version of the K6ARK antenna kit.
That's the one I want. That's the one I want.
Take my money.
So this is a pretty cool toroid. I want to refine some instructions for this to get the most efficiency out of it. So I'm going to do some testing of different winding techniques. But basically, this toroid is about the same diameter as a 140-43. It's about twice as thick, and the center hole is smaller. So it's actually about 3 times the mass of a 140-43. So efficiency should be really good on this, and it should be able, I think it'll be able to handle 100 watts. I'm going to put it to the test and see if it does it. But I've got PCBs on order, and I should have them soon. I've got pretty much all the rest of the parts either in stock or on order. So coming soon to an Amazon store near you are these larger kits. The other sort of personal project I've been working on, personal radio related project, is I took the True SDX case, the 3D printed STL files for 3D printing, brought them into Fusion 360 and modified them a bit to make the case about 8 or 10 millimeters taller, which gives me room underneath the RF board to put a 3S LiPo battery pack, I think about 600 milliamp hours, and a USB-C charge port.
Oh, music to my
ears. So it's going to have, you just plug it into a USB-C, charge your True SDX, and it's just slightly taller than the stock version. So once that's done, I'm sure I'll post a video and share the files for others to do their own build.
Now, is the True, does it charge on 5 volts, or do you have some sort of transformer in there?
It will charge on 5 volts because I purchased a circuit board that's basically a step-up regulator plus charge controller for a 3S LiPo. So it takes 5 volt USB-C in up to an amp, and then it puts that out to a 3S LiPo constant current, constant voltage charge circuit.
Okay. All right, because mine just came with the power poles to bare wires, and I'm like, okay, there's nothing in line with that at all.
No, that's my own construction. I may put a diode in line as well, so you don't blow up the battery if you hook up external power to it. So,
Adam, have you ever seen that Swiss Army knife that has like 100 tools in it? It's just like a really long Swiss Army knife. What if you just like keep growing the True SDX and you put like a tuner in it and an audio interface for cat control and a GPS dongle that feeds in, you know, like, or a TXCO.
Yeah, a Raspberry Pi in there for
Raspberry Pi. Yeah, the sky's the limit, literally.
Yeah. Just
I like
3D. There's just 3D print a truck box to go on the back of your pickup bed, and in the very corner of that will be the True SDX, and all the crap you add to it can be in the truck box after that.
Yep.
So that was quick, Josh.
Also have some PCBs on order. I was just tweaking some files because I screwed them up, and they identified that kindly for me at JLC PCB. And let's see, what do I have in there? I've got the PCBs for this antenna kit. I've got PCBs for a 5-button, basically like your keyboard buttons. I bought some of those from Adafruit, and I'm going to make a memory keyer board for the Yaesu radios, which should be pretty cool with a 3D printed case. I'll be sure to share all that as well once it's done and working. And then the last thing is kind of a secret squirrel project that I'll give a hint on. It's magnetic loop antenna related, and it should be pretty dang cool.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, we talked about that at the Grand Canyon, I think. So
yeah.
Good. That all sounds fun. So yeah, definitely want one of those 100-watt kits when you get them ready. So
heck yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks for being here, man. And we're pretty much at the bottom, but Frank, are you actually there?
I am around, always lurking, but you can never shake.
I hear an unincorporated voice.
Right, yeah.
A disembodied voice of Frank.
Yeah, that's right.
I am still at the office.
Are you really?
Funny. That's
wow.
Funny.
Oh.
That's why I couldn't join Kyle's trivia. I was at the office too. So man, this has been wild.
I think I've been here almost 12 hours now. But stuff happens when you try to prepare for a demo. Yeah, Jay's come on.
This is my
Uh-huh.
office.
Yeah,
I'm at the office too, buddy.
Wait,
I
and
don't know
what
your
are you
excuse
drinking?
is.
What are you drinking? I got a Dr. Pepper Zero.
I have a Hoth chocolate stout.
All right, we're
from
switching
Turning
jobs
Point.
officially. I am taking your job.
I already gave you a line on a sweet job, and you didn't take it, Frank. I'm still bitter. I'm still bitter about that. So.
What is the general question? What are we up to? What are we doing? Looking forward to Huntsville. Carlos is not on here. I'm going to be jumping out of a plane if I can maintain my
That's
current
right.
weight. I'm actually wanting to lose another 4 to 6 pounds. That is my goal, but that's going to be very hard to do when I'm on a work trip and trying to eat right. But I'm going to try my best. Other than that, just keeping my head down and trying not to have appliances break more.
Good. Okay.
Because they're all broken. I am going to replace the dryer here soon, so that's gonna be fun. I did get a awesome box that I can't wait to show people, but I can't show them right now because I'm still trying to generate money for that project.
Cool.
So
okay.
Once that comes around, other than that, that's about it. I'm going to be bringing my HT to maybe a couple repeaters in Utah. So if you are around, I might try to key up some repeaters. That's all I'm going to say.
Try to find an all-star repeater.
All what? Is this
All-star.
like that face page you're trying to get me on?
No, I don't try to get you on Facebook. I simply told you if you were a real YouTuber wanting to promote your channel, you would be on Facebook. But that's not me trying to get you there. I'm just telling you how the world works. So, no, All-Star. It's that you remember it. It's that kit you put together but couldn't get to work.
Yeah,
that thing. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, All-Star. See if they have any All-Star repeaters.
All-Star.
What about Sunday, Frank?
Sunday, yes. Tell
Sunday.
us what we're going to be doing Sunday, Charlie.
I don't know. You're gonna be.
I don't
I'm gonna be
know.
on your channel somehow.
Yeah.
Sunday we are going to be coming onto my channel. I'm going to try to create that thumbnail tonight, and we are going to be talking about the Grand Canyon trip. We're going to invite everyone on, and we're just going to be talking about the Grand Canyon trip, how much fun it was, who had the best food, because I will hold y'all feet to the fire on that, and just kind of hanging out like this, but with the Grand Canyon guys. And Javi and Bill and Dave, if y'all are watching, you're invited too. So reach out to one of us and we'll get you the link. So I think that's about it. Other than I can't wait to get some liquor in me, because 12-hour days is long.
Yeah.
I'm still typing over here and working.
I can hear it. Yeah.
yeah.
You have like
Multitasking.
you got like an agile demo? You're dropping.
We are doing a
Scrum-
big customer demo.
Oh, okay.
We got customers flying in, and we got to make sure everything works and on the hardware and have backups. And that's what we're trying to do right now. Make sure we have 2 of everything that works and
All
2 of
hands on
everything that
deck.
works with the software.
Good call.
Because I will be eating some goat later too. So I will be sacrificing a goat.
Sacrificing a goat. Okay.
I mean,
Yes.
goat's good. I took you literally when you said that. I do like
Oh,
eating
that
goat,
too.
actually. Okay.
Goat is
Yes.
actually quite good.
It
Very
is.
good.
we may or may not have done a sacrifice at the deer lease a couple of times, so I want to admit to that, but it is good eating.
Yeah.
So
But that's about it. That's all I had. I just wanted to tune in and then bellyache about I'm still at the office.
all right, man. Thanks for being here.
Yep. So I'm going to drop 7-3, y'all.
Okay. All right. Later, man.
Frank.
Yep. Good. All right. Well, that's everybody. It's free for all.
Well, what about you,
So-
Jason? Are you doing something tomorrow? You're gonna be on Ham Radio Live, right? Is that tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I'll be on Ham Radio Live tomorrow. That's right.
Oh,
I
fun.
forgot about that.
That's a good
Forgot
show.
about
He
that.
does a great job.
Yeah, he does. He does a good job. Yes, he does. Yeah. So I think
Very
1
positive.
o'clock.
Yeah, I was
1
just gonna say that.
o'clock my time.
100%.
Yeah. He's a good dude. So I did Josh. He still uses Skype, so I connected to Skype with him earlier today or yesterday, I think. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry, I haven't used Skype in like 2 years. And he's like, yeah, it just works with everything I work. I'm like, that's okay. I'm just saying, I haven't used it in like 2 years. So.
If I am willing to jump off of Skype right now, I will redo 100% of Ham Nation if I can get that NPI capability and any other system that isn't completely janky. Zoom just isn't there, man. They're just not there.
No, it's not. You're right. You're absolutely right. Zoom will work with NDI just great if you have 3 computers. And you can NDI all other computers on your network into your one stream, but you can't do it all from the same computer. So,
but that's my problem
really,
is I have everybody's remote, so I need to take all their remote feeds as NDI.
Correct.
And I need to make that's how I
what
can
I'm
do
saying
the
is
scenes that I do.
What I'm saying is what you would do, and this is I'm not suggesting you do this. This is just how you would do it. You would set up a computer in your home network for each person that you bring in via NDI.
Oh yeah, but I've got
one
like
in 2
8 people in some cases.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was a good idea.
Okay.
I'm just saying this. So,
I think that's how Twitch does it, or not Twitch, Twit.
No,
Leo,
so they
report.
they had a what do they call that broadcast box that are the really expensive ones.
Oh, the Telecaster.
Telecaster. That's what they used.
They brought everyone through a Telecaster. Gotcha.
They brought everybody through a Telecaster. And so what's different with Ham Nation now versus Ham Nation on Twit is that when they did Ham Nation before, no one talked to each other. No one was on the same connection, really. They were literally like separate scenes, and they were not on the same Skype. There was like multiple Skypes open at one time, and they were completely separate. Like Gordo was alone. There was no banter back and forth. Like the banter is something we picked up by just making everybody's mics live and doing it live, which I think it should be the point of it. Like that's what makes it fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, at least, when we started using Zoom, they had no NDI capability at all.
Right.
So at least they've added it. So hopefully they will upgrade their game to that at some point in time, but who knows?
Yeah, I send them messages like, I will pay you extra money. I will pay extra money for this feature. I'm paying Skype. I will take all that Skype money and throw it towards you. I'll pay up a year up front. I'll do all the things. Like if you give me that capability and you're reliable and you're as easy as Zoom is very easy. People understand it. It's really easy to use. Skype is a nightmare. Skype is just crazy.
The thing I never liked about Skype is that, well, besides the fact that every time you log in, the setting seems to change.
Because there's an update. You have to restart your computer when you're trying to join a meeting. Yeah.
But the feed coming to you looks like total crap. Now, the output feed to YouTube looks great. But I think the last time I used Skype was like 2 years ago, and I had K6UDA on here. And his feed coming to me and looking at it like on my OBS, it looked like crap. I'm like, he looks terrible. But then I had the YouTube window over here, and it looked fine. I'm like, okay, so their rendering of their back end feed or whatever they call it is terrible, and that bugs me. I'm like, do I look that way? So I have to keep looking at it. I'm like, do I look that crappy online? Is it live? No, it's better. Okay,
it's a hog too. It's a processor hog.
It is. Yeah.
When you start splitting feeds like I do, that last episode. Part of the reason why it got glitched out around the Amateur Radio Newsline part is because I had completely pegged my computer, which I've never, ever, ever really been able to do that.
Wow.
It takes that many people on Skype just chilling, and I think we had over 8 people, I think, on Skype that all had individual feeds, and that just like, nope, my computer was not happy.
Wow.
That's pretty lame, but it's. I mean, I don't blame you for using it, but that's the.
I don't have another option other than dropping fat cash on a Telecaster or whatever, as people mention, which I'm not going to do.
Yeah,
I'll build a better computer.
Now the problem with the Telecaster is that it's hardware, so at some point in the future, it's going to become outdated.
Right.
So you'd be better off buying a computer. Honestly, a new computer.
I agree.
Cool. Well,
but hey, I was gonna say, I'm finally at a point where I'm relaxing now this week. The last 2 weeks, so I got COVID. Obviously, I mentioned that again, but that happened when I was in the middle of mid-year reviews for all my staff, and I lost a whole week. So all my meetings got all compressed to the last like 2 weeks, and this has been the hell week to get through it. And it's just like I'm just glad to be able to unwind a little bit. Yeah, so that, and I haven't completed all of them, but that's 45 something one-on-one.
You have 45 direct reports?
I have 150 direct reports.
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
How
Who does that?
Who is that? Why is that possible?
I have managers that are below me too. Great people. I love my job, but I need more managers. Can't
You
have
do.
45 people underneath me. I had a bunch of retirements. That's what happens. We've got a lot of people that have retired, and so hey, I'm hiring. So if you want to message me on Discord, if you're an engineer, you might want to message me on Discord. Software systems engineer. There you go.
Not moving to California. Just
hey, that's okay.
It's a place to live.
Yeah, it is. It's a good point. It is a place to live. It's true.
Nice
People have to
weather.
live somewhere.
It is a place to live. It's a beautiful place to live if
It
you want to be
is.
honest about it.
And
Just
Jason, you
the
had a
land,
great experience. Our gun community is actually very vibrant, very
yeah,
friendly.
For
very
some reason,
good.
they don't know how to vote during voting time, but yeah, they are. They're
do.
very.
So
very,
here's a really interesting factoid. Like somebody told me this. There are more voting conservatives in California than most states. Just sheer volume of people.
You know, that's just
But
that's
here's
just volume of people.
But
so.
here's the other interesting factoid. There are more voting Democrats in Texas than most states. Because again, sheer volume of people. Right? So if you just take straight statistics, right? It's just about how the votes all line up and how they, how they do them, right? But
a lot of those
population-wise,
voting Democrats in Texas all came from California, so I don't know how.
Well, hey, you can't blame me for that. You can't.
I don't
blame me
blame.
for that.
No, I'm not blaming you. I just
Do
make
you
a
want 'em back,
statement.
Josh?
Yeah, right.
So Josh, are your employees asking for or pushing you to work from home more?
Oh, so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's the word from up high?
If you know what I do, that's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'll say about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yes. Everybody wants to work from home.
Everybody does.
But some work can't be from home.
So yeah, you've got to go into super secret locations and do your super secret things, right?
Hey, I don't know who you're talking about.
So
Can neither confirm nor deny.
What?
We're gonna start a fight. Here we go.
Yeah, I was just pointing out how wrong M617 was in the chat.
I agree with him. He's right. He's
In-N-Out is better.
You ever
than
had
Whataburger.
Whataburger, Josh?
Absolutely, I love Whataburger.
I like it too.
Castle's better than both.
The thing that always cracks me up, because we've talked about this, I think before.
I've not had White Castle. Whoever said that? Pat, was that you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've not had White Castle.
I've not had
White.
I've
not had White
from
Castle.
the freezer line.
And Whataburger is not that great. I mean, if you order it without all the mustard that they put on it naturally, it's much better. But In-N-Out is just crap. So
okay,
I mean,
so that's a bit.
No.
I will argue. I will argue that a Whataburger experience is actually going and sitting in a Whataburger because they actually have good service. They come out with a little tray. You get a bunch of condiments. You can pick whatever you want, and they do have good burgers. The thing that always strikes me is everybody gets in these arguments about like In-N-Out, Whataburger, Five Guys, all that stuff. I like all of them.
Yeah,
I will eat all of them. Like The Habit. The Habit's fantastic. Shake Shack. All of them. So good. It's just, to me, the way I order In-N-Out, I really just like In-N-Out. Most of the time, that's kind of what I
I
want.
like In-N-Out too.
I just don't like In-N-Out. They started coming to Texas 3 or 4 years ago, and they were a fad for a while. Everybody thought, oh, an In-N-Out burger. And I went and ate there, and I'm like, it's okay, but I don't see what all the. It's one of these restaurants where it's like, do you guys have a Fuzzy's Tacos there?
Oh, no. We do. Okay,
yep. So Fuzzy's Tacos, when it came to Texas like 15 years ago, everybody's like, Fuzzy's Tacos. And I'm like, okay, that's good, but I'm like, what is all the hype? It's overhyped. In-N-Out, Fuzzy Tacos, all over. It's not to say they're bad. I don't think I did say In-N-Out was crap. And it's not crap. It's just like, yeah, that's good, but who cares? Five Guys is better than both of them, I think.
Oh, I
think Five Guys is better than
facts.
Yeah.
I would rather have In-N-Out and Whataburger before Five Guys.
Yeah, me too.
Not me.
In-N-Out.
Me.
I'll take the Cali burrito any day.
Well,
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with Adam.
Hey, Adam, have you gone down to San Diego to Sam the Cooking Guy's Not Tacos? Have you? No,
doesn't sound
No.
familiar.
There's a Sam the Cooking Guy has a huge cooking channel, and he owns a restaurant called Not Tacos, and it's supposed to be really good.
What is a not taco?
I don't
It
know.
is a taco.
That's just the way that it's just
It's
the
a
name
double
of his-
negative.
Yeah.
Double
it's a
negative,
taco.
so it's a
So it-
taco.
Yeah.
We'll say
In
though, if
San-
you ever find yourself in Seattle, go to Dick's Burgers.
All right, cool.
Serious. Yeah, get
All right.
a bag of dicks. That's what they call it, getting a bag of dicks. I'm serious.
I
Dead
like
serious.
these nuts.
No, I'm dead serious. Go to Seattle. Ask anyone.
Okay. I just have to change my monetization parameters on the chat.
We refer to that as a satchel of Richards online.
Satchel of Richards.
That's good. Oh my gosh.
Hey, I'll tell you what,
No,
Dick's Burgers isn't bad. It's definitely worth a little visit. So.
Fair enough. A little bit.
We have White Castle here in St. Louis, and it's good after you've been drinking, quite a bit. But you don't want to go there sober.
No, it's
The-
the best drunk burger.
Kind of like Waffle
on
House.
the east side of the
drive-through
country.
Kind of like
starts
Sky
at 10
Chili.
10 p.m. and it goes
Sky
until 4
Chili
a.m.
was not good either.
Oh no! Come
No,
on.
that was not.
Sky
that
Chili.
was not good.
Skyline. You're talking.
Skyline,
about.
yeah, Skyline.
Guys.
It's
I
like
like-
It's like Sonic Chili. It was.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
spaghetti
is
is
too.
the
same. No.
You could tell that came out of a can in someone's freezer that had been there for like 6 months.
Oh,
Oh,
And then they
man.
try to
It
put
was
extra cheese
terrible.
over the top of it.
It
to
was
cover the flavor.
terrible. Oh my god, it was terrible.
I got a very different exposure to Skyline than we did. Honestly, the Skyline that we had when we were at Hamvention.
That's the only time I've had it. That's the only time I've had it.
That was not a fantastic showing. I
really?
appreciate. I've only had it one time, but I've had Skyline before at home, and even in the can that I had at home that Leia made, that tasted a little bit better in its
Seriously.
presentation than we had. To be honest, I know
That's
that
a-
sounds wild to say, but that's what it felt like to me.
That's a Texas-sized burrito right there, Adam. Holy
Yeah, share
crap.
that if you want. I don't
Yeah.
have an easy way to share that on my.
No, I'm
my
sure it's everybody's
phone
looking at it right now. That is a Texas-sized burrito right there, my friend.
I love. So Steve left. Is Steve gone?
No, he's here.
It
He's
was
still
like.
there.
So he's got his
Oh,
video
wow.
off, but oh my goodness, that
Whoa.
burrito is serious.
It's
Mhm.
huge.
But Steve, your frozen image that was on Jason's stream was just your face going like this.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
Yeah.
I think crystals and White Castle are very similar. So
Crystal.
You know, the only
Crystal.
reason I know what White Castle is because Impractical Jokers, because they're always going to White Castle doing jokes up there. But I've never actually had White Castle, so I would like to try it just to say, hey, yeah, I've had it. But there's a local chain in Dallas Fort Worth called Snuffers, and yeah, the guy's name is Pat Snuffer. That's his name. I don't know if it's his birth name, but that's his name. But yeah, Snuffers. He has a chain of restaurants around the area, and quite frankly, that's the best hamburger I've ever had because it is. They will ask you, "How do you want your burger cooked?" I say, "I want it medium rare, please." Okay, that's cool. So any place that will ask you how you want your burger cooked, how you want it prepared, how well done you want it, or don't want it, is a good burger place in my opinion. And you're not gonna get that at Five Guys or In-N-Out. You're not gonna get that at these fast food joints.
Fuddruckers.
Fuddruckers is not bad. We have Fuddruckers here too, and they're pretty good. For the longest time, there was something that Fuddruckers did to their burgers that just made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, they allowed kids in the restaurant.
Besides that, no, I mean after eating. So, but the last 2 or 3 times I've eaten at Fuddruckers, it's been really good. So yeah, they're not a bad hamburger either. But there's Snuffers
Seems
is
like
really good.
All the Fuddruckers out east closed.
Yeah, and
I don't
a
see
lot
them
of them
around
out
here
here closed as well.
Yeah.
Do you guys have Hop Dottie?
what?
Does anyone have Hop Dottie?
Nope.
Hop
No.
Dottie hamburgers. Okay.
No.
So they're like a customized, very kind of frou-frou hamburger, but if you cut through all the nonsense that they put on their burgers and just kind of get like a regular hamburger.
Like the counter.
Yeah.
Sounds like, yeah.
And it's
you guys-
I don't know what the counter is, but
You heard of McDonald's? You guys have that out there?
yeah, we have McDonald's.
We got a place up the road from me called Tornado Burger, and they mix chopped up jalapenos into the burger meat.
See,
you can get a spicy burger. It's pretty fantastic.
There's a place out. There's a place out here. There's an independent joint. It's just one, no other locations, called Burger Island, and they do that, and it is fan-freaking-tastic. You order the spicy burger with jalapenos on top, so you get a double dose, and then a bucket of ranch to go with it, and it's just fantastic.
You didn't know you wanted it until you ordered one.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Any of you California guys ever go to Trejo's Tacos?
No, I think that's a gimmick.
I think that's a real deal. I think he's got
Danny Trejo's. No. Okay, let me take that back. I have not. The problem is that in California we have some of the best Mexican food. I appreciate. I love New Mexico. I like their Mexican food. It's different. I like Tex-Mex. I like Texas Mexican food.
Tex-Mex and Mexican food is not the same thing.
I said Tex-Mex and Texas Mexican.
No, I'm
food.
I'm agreeing with you.
They're
I'm
all
agreeing
a little
with you.
different. They're all a little different.
Yes.
For me, like Mexican food out here, I want a al pastor taco. That is my jam. Like that is my thing. And I don't care. The best places are little holes in the wall. We got a place down the street that's called Belinda's. They do
anything ending in Berto.
Yeah,
Gilberto,
Alberto, Filiberto,
Humberto.
Ralberto.
Those are generally consistent.
I think Arizona and California are have the same stuff for the most part. I've eaten in both places.
If you go far enough southwest in Texas, you can get real Mexican food. There's actually a place here in town that does Mexican cuisine. It's called Taqueria de los Locos or something like that. It's like Crazy Taco, and they have cow tongue on the menu, so they are a legit Mexican food, not Tex-Mex. I love Tex-Mex. I grew up on Tex-Mex, and it's great. But there is a distinct difference between Tex-Mex and Mexican. And I like them both.
So we've got many places in California that do goat, lingua. All the exotic meats. There's actually a semi-chain. Not all of them. There's a semi-chain called King Taco. If you can find a King Taco, you can eat like really well. King Taco's a really good place. There's I used to live like right next door to one. It was really good. Somebody mentioned Portillo's for some reason. American theme food. So Portillo's comes out of Chicago. Chicago hot dogs, the dipped beef. We have a Portillo's in Southern California. In Buena Park, Southern California, the CEO of Portillo's retired in Buena Park, and he required that they build a Portillo's. So I get legit Portillo's in Southern California. It's right by Knott's Berry Farm. It's awesome. The big beef, their Italian beef sandwich is the best.
They got good sandwiches.
Yep. See, we turned it into food. We turned this whole thing.
We always turn it into food.
Yeah, we end up doing that.
It's always turning.
Who's hungry? I guess.
King Taco.
That's okay.
The King Taco Mesa. Yeah.
Is there Steak and Shakes where you guys live?
Ooh, yes.
Yes, there's still Steak and Shakes here.
Yeah. We have those are like the fast fooder joints, right?
Well, they're set down. They're set down too.
Yeah. But they're like grandies.
Steak burgers. They're
steak
smashed
burgers.
steak burgers. Yeah.
I've eaten there one or two times. They're okay.
Yeah, they're good too.
Yeah.
We have a Freddy's.
Oh yeah, I like Freddy's too. Yep.
Freddy's is good. And then there's a local burger joint. I don't eat there, but my dad used to eat there all the time, called CF Pins. It's just one location, hole in the wall place, and they put onions and stuff in their burgers. I'm not a fan of onions, so that's the reason why I don't go eat there. But it's very greasy.
Yeah. You can't substitute the hole in the walls, the mom and pop joints. We used to, whenever I went to Mizzou, there was a place called Booch's, and everyone got a Booch burger, and that was just like the burger to die for. So there's always like the places where you go, and it's the hole in the wall, cheeseburger, cheeseburger,
See, my wife's a big foodie. She has a legit Yelp account that she actually writes reviews on, and she's a member of all these food groups on Facebook. And we pretty much don't eat at chain restaurants, like hardly ever. There's a few exceptions to that. I like submarine sandwiches, and she doesn't really care for them a whole lot. So I like Potbelly and Jimmy John's, and we ate at Jersey Mike's like 6 times during the Grand Canyon trip.
Yeah,
And,
we were going down the road, and they were like, "Hey, where are we going to eat in Flagstaff? You know, we just need
Jersey
something
Mike's.
quick. Jersey Mike's, Jersey Mike's. How about?" And
Yeah,
there's like
yeah.
the radio lit up with Jersey Mike's, and I'm
I
like,
know it. Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't think it
yeah.
was that great, but I guess we'll eat there.
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's good. It's a good
Alright.
sub sandwich.
Better than Subway.
So,
Well,
All
but-
right.
oh hell yeah,
Right.
better than Subway.
Fast.
Yeah.
It's not as good as
Family
the
O's is a
Italian
good
delis
stuff
near
sandwich.
me, but
Yeah.
you know, it's all right.
But you know, but most of the places we eat are independent, single operation. Maybe they have a second location somewhere close by, but I mean, there's like I could tell you a dozen or 2 places to eat in Galveston that catches their own fish every morning and and serves it in their own restaurant.
Yeah.
And independent barbecue joints around Dallas-Fort Worth area, so that you've never heard of because you've never lived here, so, you know, that kind of thing. So
there's a place in Huntsville called Stanley O's. That's really good. They have really good subs.
oh really? They have good subs? I have to try that one next time I'm out there.
They have one location that's actually close to the Von Braun Civic Center.
Nice.
But where are we going to go eat hamburgers or cheeseburgers in Huntsville? What's the place to go? No chain.
I
hole in the wall.
personally like Jack Brown's, which is downtown. They have Wagyu beef. I also like Brass Tap,
I love Wagyu beef.
which is really good burgers too. So those are my 2 favorite places to go get burgers.
Kat, what's the place that serves craft beer and you walk in the door and they've got like a freezer section with an open face on the right and in the back, and then they got tables there and taps on the left, and it's in that little kind of artsy area down there. I wish I could remember. You said Brass Tap.
Brass Tap is next to Chewy's. It's off of Bob Wallace.
No, I don't think that's
If
it.
you're talking about, are you talking about downtown?
I don't think it's downtown. It's in a newer area by some brand new apartment complexes. Jason took me there a couple times.
Farm burger?
And
No.
it wasn't a burger joint. It was a craft beer joint. But they serve food too.
Oh, Casual Pint.
Casual Pint. That's it.
That's
it. Casual Pint. I thought that would be a cool place to go instead of Campus 805, but I don't think it's big enough. They're not.
It's
I
not
don't-
big enough, and they don't
Yeah.
they don't do liquor. They just do beer.
There's not
right.
their problem right now is there's not enough parking because I think
That's true also.
over
Yeah.
there. Now they're putting in that huge parking garage that's not even close to being finished yet.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Casual Pint. That's it. I want to go. I might go there. Like maybe when we get there that night before everybody arrives, maybe we'll go there next month. But yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Josh, do you know when you're flying in?
Yeah, I get in on Thursday. I'm not coming in a day early. You know, I'll be there, get in the morning, and then, you know.
Technically, Thursday is a day early because it doesn't start till Saturday. So.
No, but what?
Yeah, it doesn't. See, that's what confused me too.
What?
It's not. It doesn't go on Friday.
What?
no,
It's not on Friday.
Friday is
Do
where
on
you just go set up.
No,
Friday's
'cause
setup day.
So I think I'm pretty sure I get in on Thursday because I expected to do something with you guys on Friday like all day.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
well, anybody who could come in
whole
on
place is gonna be sold out, right? That campsite's gonna be crazy.
I rented my RV spot like 4 months ago. So I mean, I don't know if there's any cabins left or not. I know Joe Brett's got his cabin. Who else told me they had a cabin? Somebody else said they
Vern. Didn't Vern have one?
I haven't talked to Vern about this year. I don't know
Okay.
yet. ACK and Matt, A4MQ, and at least one other person have got campsites near me, RV campsites near me.
It's Steve from Clubhouse, and I'm bunking with him.
Oh, okay.
We're all
Yeah.
right in a row.
AFL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll. I mean, yeah. Thursday. If you can get there on Thursday, then you can enjoy all the festivities. Doesn't matter what time Thursday, really. But we have to figure out something to do Thursday night. Maybe we'll go to Casual Pint Thursday night. I'll take y'all over there. It's a really cool spot, and they sell craft beer to go in individual. You can buy a 6-pack or 4-pack or whatever, but they sell them in individual cans and bottles too. So you can just go pick up like 12 different styles just to say, hey, I want to try this and see if I like it. So it's a really cool spot to kind of hang out and the parking does suck, but other than that, yeah, they have food.
Yeah.
I think I got a good. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got a good Reuben sandwich there the last time I was there.
Their pretzels are good.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Where do you fly into? Birmingham?
No.
Just Huntsville?
Huntsville. They have a small airport.
You bring a rocket right down into
Yeah.
Huntsville.
Yeah,
Like, they've got
thanks,
landing
Kyle.
pads. They've got rocket center. They got everything down there.
You probably
Yeah,
could
good.
actually.
We've
Adam's
we've
Adam's
got
gonna bail out,
private
so
jet landing too.
Oh, see you, Adam.
you
Hey,
guys
Adam.
say goodbye to Adam. See you, dude. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, I get in
Same to you
super
guys.
late. I get in super late Thursday night. It looks like, so I'll just crash and then I'll catch you guys on Friday.
Okay. Cool. Good. Are you going to? So you got that hotel that's attached
yeah.
to the Von Braun? Okay.
Yeah. Embassy Suites, right?
I think
Yes.
so. Yeah.
The only and if for anybody watching that doesn't have a campsite, the only ones left as of Tuesday night were Primitive.
Okay.
Fine with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get your boondocking
So-
in.
That's
Not
right.
me.
That's right. Boondock it all night. So, well, it's going to be a good show
Oh.
either way. So I do invite you guys to come back onto this live stream on Sunday, my normal Sunday night live stream. Mark from the Huntsville Hamfest committee will be on, and we'll be talking about all kinds of good stuff that
Great
night.
guy.
So yeah,
Love
yeah,
Mark.
good dude.
I love
Good
all the
dude.
guys. Like all the guys that do the coordinate
Yeah.
the chairpersons for all our Hamfest. Man,
Yeah.
great people. So much fun
Yeah.
to hang out with.
Yeah, Michael Coulter's a fun guy to talk with.
Yep.
The two guys, I forget their names. The two guys from Hamcation. Those guys,
Michael. It's
those
another
guys
Michael.
are another Michael. Yeah, those guys are a riot, man.
Oh yeah.
If you ever hung out with those guys after hours, they are
Michael Colley. It's Colley, right?
Colley. Okay,
Yeah.
it's Michael Coulter from Hamvention.
Hamvention.
Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
Colley.
Michael Colley from Hamcation.
Hamcation. Yeah.
And those the one or two other guys that hang out with him from Hamcation, those guys are a riot, man.
The Hamcation guys
So-
are a hoot.
Yeah.
So what? I'll pose a question for everybody in the room. What's the
All right.
over under that we're going to see the Yaesu radio at Huntsville?
Oh, not gonna happen.
Not gonna
They're
happen.
saying September.
Yeah, not
I
gonna
mean,
You
maybe they'll have it in glass.
That's what I'm thinking.
Have
Put
it in
under
glass.
Whoop,
Yeah,
there
put
you
it
go.
in
No,
glass.
you think
yeah.
they're gonna have a 3D model and go put it under glass?
No, I think they do an ICOM and put it under glass, like boom.
I'm gonna go with the bubble because they did the bubble with the 101.
Yeah.
I think so because you're
Yeah.
August, September. That's 1 month. Of course, they
Yeah.
have a demo /
Yeah.
prototype. I bet you
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going to see one. I bet you will see one.
I bet you're right. Right.
Possibly.
I will say this: John is being way too quiet on my end.
That's how you know he's up to something.
Yes.
You notice he hasn't joined the happy hour in the last couple months. It's not because I'm not invited.
Because you're just going to be bugging the crap out of him.
Yeah. There's that.
Oh yeah. Well, you talk about ICOM, and they've done that before, obviously too. But I remember like 5 or 6 years ago when Kenwood put the D74 under glass the year before it was released.
Oh,
So
a
I-
year before. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, several whatever. I think it was Dayton, so it was released like later that fall, I think. But yeah, they were like, oh yeah, this D-Star radio has an Ambi 3000 codec, so it's going to be the best sounding D-Star that you've ever heard. I'm like, oh, Ambi 3000, so it sounds like DMR, and he just kind of looked at me. It's like, yeah, that's what I thought. So
This is how you get called the DMR guy, Jason.
right, yes, I know,
By
yes,
doing crap like this. This is
yes,
what does it.
I'm the DMR guy. Ray Novak was in the chat about 30 minutes ago. Don't think I did see you in there, Ray.
Oh yeah,
But yes,
Hey, Ray.
yes, DMR guy. Woo! I've actually done more parks on the air in the last 2 years than I have DMR, but I'm still the DMR
for
guy.
sure. Well, I
I'm
mean,
still the DMR guy.
you
Me
do
too.
things that make a name for you, and then sometimes they
Yeah,
stick a little
yeah.
bit. You know how it goes. I think we'll see it. I think we'll see it.
I think you're right.
At what
Yeah, it's a good-
capacity is it
it's a
going to
good
be
point.
connected to an antenna? Are we going to be able to demo with it? Probably not. I'm assuming it's going to be locked up. But hey,
I think it's even gonna be powered on.
yeah. Okay. You gotta have the damn thing powered
but-
on. Like you have to have it powered on.
Why would they do Huntsville instead of Dayton?
Because they're gonna drop it. 'Cause
Why
it's
did
gonna
they
go
release?
live.
Why did they release the FTM 200 a week after Hamcation? Who the hell knows? I mean, that doesn't make any freaking sense at all. So
and maybe Steve, you might be able to, if you're willing to chime in on this. Yaesu's fairly quiet when they do
Yeah.
something.
Mhm.
They're very tight-lipped. They stay real under the radar, and then boom, there you go. There it is. with not a lot of warning. So go ahead. Sorry.
I will go with this, and I know, and this is honest to God truth. When that announcement came out that morning at 5:08, when I saw that video from, I forget who posted it.
Sean, Ham Radio Dude.
Sean's. You know, I'm smacking my phone on the like, shut up, shut the hell up. It's, no, I'm getting up in a half an hour to get ready. And I'm like, honestly, I'm like, what the hell is this? It looked like a Photoshop picture.
Yeah.
So
yes, it did. It was a terrible picture.
So all I did was copy.
People were so confused.
Yes. So I just
they thought I had a screen on it.
Yeah. I just copy pasted it into our teams, our little internal group, and went, this is all I know. And the first thing, and when people are coming up to my cubicle going, what do you know? This is what I know. Do not post nothing.
This is what I know. Go watch Ham Radio Dude's video.
And the first thing, and I don't even know who it was, because everybody's calling my extension that knows my extension number, going, what do you know? What do you know? When can you get me one? I don't know nothing. Then you have a competitor out there that posts that picture on their Twitter.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you mean the other guys, Steve, right? Yeah,
guys.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
The other guys.
Yeah, the other guys. Yeah.
And I'm getting more phone calls, more text messages, more DMs. I know nothing. Then we have the next day, and you have European store. I was calling.
Yes.
Yeah.
They posted theirs.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I just posted a picture on Facebook eating popcorn.
I saw that.
Because
I saw
know
that.
nothing.
I'm like,
I know nothing until I get the vendor bulletin, which if I can share the bulletin, share it out. And I always look in the bulletin, and if it's always the right hand corner, it's like they put a mark to share with YouTubers or not.
Oh, now we've become an actual status.
Well,
we're an actual status now for the vendors.
Whether or not they want this to happen, we are going to talk about the radio.
I was going to say,
if there is a news drop, we're going to find out.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about it. Like,
and
someone will. It may not be me. It may not be Jason. It will be someone, though. Someone will do it.
I was talking with John on a DM on like a day after that drop. I was DMing with him on Facebook, and I'm like, dude, do you not want people to be excited about a new radio when you drop a new I mean, what do you guys want? Oh, hey, yeah, Yazoo has another radio. Let's talk about Whataburger. I mean, what the hell do you want, man? Everybody's going to be excited to talk about a new freaking radio. This is what you want. Milk it, man. What's wrong with you?
My email back to certain people in the manufacturer level was this. Japan released it, European released it, then the US released it. Why did they not, Yaesu Japan, do it one time?
Right.
Done.
Yes.
Then we would not have had, and I'm not picking on John, we wouldn't have had Angry John Kruk, doing a video from
doing a live stream from the
car. From the car. Yeah.
Turn into the skid, guys. Turn into the skid. This is free advertisement. This is not QST. You don't have to pay us to talk about your radio, and you're gonna get so many eyeballs on these videos if you just give us a little. You know what? You don't even have to. You don't even have to be like. You don't have to give any of us like forewarning. Just have like a consistent, open kimono. Right. Here is everything that's happening. Here is the information. Here you go. And we'll talk about it. And you will get more information out immediately. Immediately.
Yeah, I mean, one of your best marketing tools is YouTubers.
Right here.
100%. For free.
I use this item as an example. It was handed to me by Mick. Do a video at the end of June to have ready for the end of July. That's exactly what I did.
And I already had a video on it at Hamvention.
Yep. And all
that was the one that was at Hamvention, right? That's the one from the Australian Japan market.
Yep.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a manual tuner. It's a nice tuner. It's a really cool background. The color on the screen is really cool. I really like the color. It's a shame you don't have it out so you could show people because that's actually the best part of it.
Put out.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Look, I give it, for the longest time, this hobby has existed in fairly traditional forms of media. Literal print magazines, right? Very traditional. The most avant-garde thing was kind of like Ham Nation for a long time. 10 years, right? They've been running for 10 years.
Yep.
That was fairly locked up with ICOM and DX Engineering, and it was, you know, curated and all that. But YouTube in its freeform sense is the Wild West. Like, you can't corral YouTube. Like, the information, when it gets public, people are going to make videos on it. And if you aren't in front of creating the narrative that people make videos off of, people will jump to any conclusion that they can, including, hey, this Yaesu radio has a pop-up monitor. Like,
I saw that and I'm like,
that was a real thing. Like,
I saw that and I'm like, it looks just like the last two models they have with the monitor attached to the DVI port in the back of the radio, guys. It's not a pop-up monitor. It's not like a freaking car stereo that goes zzz when you turn it on.
But if you don't control the narrative and provide that information up front and are consistent in your message, then we will jump to wild conclusions. And then you're making a live stream in the passenger seat of a car.
So
we meaning YouTubers collectively.
Anyone,
like someone, anyone really,
anyone here in this chat, obviously Ham Radio Dude and Mike KMRD got to jump on it, like. But guess what? It doesn't matter. Once one starts talking about it, we're all gonna talk about it. And once that cat is out of the bag, you can't get it back in. The only thing you can do is get ready and create a narrative and provide the right information up front to make it consistent. If you, as a brand, you want your message to be consistent.
There was a radio that came out a few years back, and I'm not going to say who it was or what model it was. There was a radio that came out a few years back that had some disparaging remarks said about it. Okay, and I was talking. No, I'm not going to say. 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 So it had some disparaging remarks said about it. Not by me. This is not something I did. And I was talking with one of my vendors, one of my sponsors, not Gigaparts. It's not Gigaparts, okay? And they said that the radio manufacturer told them this is why they don't like to give away free radios, because they can't control the narrative behind what is said about the radio. And my response to him was, in what world do these people live where they think that someone who pays full retail price for this radio, they can somehow control the narrative behind what that person says? How does that make any sense at all?
Also,
that makes no sense at all.
That's
no
also
sense.
Kind of telling that the radio they're putting out might not be of the highest quality.
Right. Exactly.
If you have such a defensive posture in people just reviewing your product, then it's likely that your product might not be that good. You know?
The best, and I think Joshua would agree with me when I say this, the best product you can never get as a YouTuber to review is a manufacturer or vendor that gives you their product and says, here, give me an honest review. I don't care what you say. And then they back off.
Yep.
And then they back off and they don't say anything.
A box that shows up that just says, here. Nothing else.
Yeah. And
take a look at it.
That does happen. It's not common, but it does happen.
Honestly, it is. It's two sides of the coin. A lot of the Chinese manufacturers will be just do a video on it, or just check it out, or they'll try and corral you into talking high on the radio. The ones that just go like, I'm just sending you some stuff, check it out. Also, there's an American manufacturer that will just put a box of stuff together and fire it off at you, and then you're like, go nuts, and you're like, okay, cool.
Yes.
Those guys are real cool. Those guys are real cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are. And so I mean, the first time I ever dealt with Flex Radio, they're like, yeah, here, give it a test run. They never gave me a radio, but I bought a radio from them, and I started asking them questions. They're like, oh yeah, give it a test run. Do this, have at it. I'm like,
that's fantastic.
They were just very open about it.
We don't need to keep all these radios most of the time. So a loaner for most of this stuff is perfectly fine. It's wonderful.
I don't even want any more free radios. For two reasons. Number one, I've got too much crap. My wife will tell you that. Number two, I'm tired of getting accused of... I recorded a video on this today. You guys will see this probably next week. Okay, this is QRZ time. Okay,
Uh-oh.
so we'll
yes,
be here.
my favorite time. Let's go.
Dan, we're gonna be here for another freaking hour. So this is QRZ time. So the latest QRZ video that I put up, and this video has been up on QRZ for like a month, and it's still on the front page, and it's still getting people comment on it. Okay.
I gotta go look. I stopped posting there. I don't even go there anymore.
Yeah, I stopped too.
I'm very selective about what I post there, but my opinion is that if I stop, that means they win, and I'm not all about that. You guys do what you want to. I don't care. But so no, I'm not telling you what to. Seriously, I'm not telling you what to do.
I understand completely.
Yeah,
I'm with
but
you.
I'll say,
so
I see
it's
Frank on the front page every
yeah,
day.
Frank's always on the front page. Yeah, Frank doesn't care, man. He'll do.
care.
So
He deals with Jason.
So I know
He
it.
has
Yeah,
to.
that's
He
true.
has
Yeah.
to let the water roll off the duck's
Yeah,
back.
exactly. Yeah, he
He's
he has
trained.
to.
He's good.
He is trained. He is good. So somebody said we were talking about the FTM 710 or the FT 710. It's like, oh well, Jason, if you get a hold of one, if your sponsor sends you one, then of course it'll be the best radio ever made. And I'm like, well, first of all, and I am dead serious when I say this. I've never been sent a free HF radio, ever.
To keep? Or just
to keep,
to borrow?
To keep. No, to keep. To keep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Same.
I have Gigaparts let me borrow a couple of Expert SDR, Sun SDR radios. Those were really great. I got to borrow RNL has sent me HF radios to borrow. RNL sent me the FTDX10 as an open box. And he's like, here, I'm going to send you this, review it, and send it back to me. I said, sure, yeah. And I used it like 3 times. I'm like, dude, I'm keeping this. Send me a bill. And he sent me a bill, and I paid for it.
I've done that too.
So,
I've done
that. So that was originally supposed to be a loaner, and I just love that radio so much.
Mhm.
But, yeah. And I'm like, what are you talking? Dude, I don't. It's like, well, you can't give an objective review if you're giving a radio for free. And I'm like, yes, I can, because there's a couple of radios in China. I was like, I'm not reviewing this piece of crap unless you want me to tell you what I say.
I mean, see where the argument's coming from. Though.
I see where the argument's coming from, but it seems to me that it's, and QRZ. It seems to me like it's done from a perspective of they just simply do not trust anything I'm saying.
They look for a reason to hate you.
Right. And that's okay, but my question is, why are you still watching me? Go watch somebody else.
Because they actually aren't on their radios. They just go on QRZ and complain.
Yeah.
Well,
so I'm like, if you don't believe anything,
some
not all. Yeah, some of them. If you don't believe anything I have to say, fine. There's another channel over there. Go watch that guy. I can't please everybody. I wish I could. I wish I was Mr. Beast with 100 million subscribers. I really do, but I'm not.
Yeah, I saw your tweet earlier today. Yeah. And then Randy got in on it. Yeah, where's Randy? Where's Randy?
I don't know. He was invited tonight. I don't know where he is. He must have had plans or something.
So I'll add a little flavor onto that. To be honest, I like working with the retailers more because generally we don't keep anything.
Yes.
They are actually in the business of selling these radios.
Mm-hmm.
They do have an image that they have to maintain with the manufacturers. I appreciate that. But going directly to the manufacturer and working with them directly does create as a people watching on YouTube, does create a situation where people will assume that you have to give a good review.
Correct.
But when you're working with the retailer and just borrowing the radio and I'm going to bring it back in 2 days, then it's really just I'm checking this thing out. Like I'm just going to check it out and bring it back to you guys, and then you do what you will with it. I feel like that creates the most objective space. I will also add, generally, the Japanese manufacturers, they're not giving you any radios. Like you're not getting any radios for free, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not complaining about that. The Chinese manufacturers, on the other hand, because they're very inexpensive, they will send you stuff randomly. They'll send you stuff when it's about to be released to take a look at. They are more proactive in talking with you, and sometimes it is to try and get a good review. Sometimes it's actually because they're curious about what you think and they want to make a better product. There are a couple companies that I'm like, when they message me, I'm like, I will definitely talk to them because they listen. They actually will listen to your comments and make improvements.
That is Anytone. And I've said this 100 times. That is Anytone. It's like, look, guys, I said 5 years ago, probably more longer than that. I said 5 years ago that if Yacom ever wanted to make a DMR, dual band DMR radio for the amateur market, they would corner the market. But they don't want to do that. Now, Kenwood makes DMR radios for the commercial market. They're monoband, they're expensive. You got to buy the software, you got to buy the programming cable. They're excellent radios. But Anytone has filled a niche that nobody else is willing to do. You say, well, $299 for an Anytone radio. No, it's not. No, it's not, because it's the only dual band DMR front face programmable radio with true APR send and receive that is made for the amateur radio community. Find me another radio in the world that is that good. And there's not one.
The other company that I would mention that does a good job is Radioddity. They actually do a pretty good job too.
But they don't have anything original.
Well, they're kind of like a retailer.
A retailer, yeah.
Yes.
Right, so,
no, they're a good retailer. Yes. Yeah.
Right. So again, it's back to that.
Yeah.
If you send me a radio, it's more of a retail borrowing it type of situation, and we have a back and forth. Now they do have communication to like Shegu, right? Like so when Shegu drops new radios, they do work with Radioddity for improvements, because some of us do get them before other people. I do get some Shegu radios before other people do. That does happen, but it's generally like, I mean, you saw my 6100 videos. They were just sending me like off the prototype bench prototype radio,
right,
with all the dirty bits in it, the bugs and all that stuff, and
and they wanted to send me, what's that new what's the one you have now, the G60?
The G106.
The G106. They wanted to send me that, and I'm like, if you're not going to send me a production model, don't even bother. I don't want it. Because that 6100 video that you did,
I've had two now.
Everything, the very first one, everything in that video was wrong. Yeah. And I'm not saying you were wrong. What I'm saying is they changed that many things from the time you had it to the time I got the production model. So I'm like, I don't care anything about, no, if you're not going to send me a production model, I don't want a test or loaner something that's been around the block, and everything's going to change on. I don't want that.
Sure.
So.
And the 106 that I've had two now. I had the prototype, and now I have the final production. And
I was talking about the
shipped
6100.
No, I know, but it's the same concept. I had a prototype, and then I had a final production version of it. They sent me two of those as well. It's kind of cool, though, that they're willing to do that. They're sending me a prototype radio that I can play around with and give them feedback, like, oh, this is not working, this is not working, this is not working. And then they're like, oh, okay, we can work on that, or we can pass the message along. I think that's cool.
No, I think, no, you're right. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
There you go.
And with that, I think I will be checking out.
All right, Charlie.
My leaf.
Yeah, we should probably shut it down here in a minute anyway.
Good seeing you guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Charlie.
Thanks, man.
Later, Charlie.
Yeah.
So, but that's Mike. Yeah. So, yeah. So get.
You get it? You got the light?
Oh, there it is, right there.
No, it's like rainbow colored, right?
Yeah, it's rainbow colored.
We can't see it on the video.
It's like Fruity Pebbles.
Hold on. I'll pin you, Steve. Hold it up again.
The light that's facing you, I think, is making it difficult to.
It's a little bit out of focus. It's just it's really dark in the room where you are.
Well, if you'd like to see the rainbow action, go look at my video from.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah. Long story short, don't get upset with people for getting excited about your new radios.
Please.
Yeah. There's no if you don't want people to get excited about your radios, then okay, but
just know that
why are you in business?
Yeah, but just know that once information starts flowing out, you're either in control of the information that came out and you have a narrative, or whatever goes out is going to be put on YouTube and people are going to draw their own conclusions.
And if you look at that posting that Sean did, there was nothing in there that said anything about a Japanese or a European version.
Right.
It was not in there.
And that
the 50
created
watt
all
and
kinds of chaos.
Yeah.
All kinds.
There was nothing in there about an E model versus an A model or whatever they're calling it. There was nothing in that posting about that at all.
Because
he
it was
just
a Japanese only press release that happened to be in English.
Yeah, exactly. It was in English.
And so that's we all saw it and we went, 10 model 50. I was literally having people that were thinking they were going to be updating the 818. And it would be under the family of the 710, and it would be a QRP version, a completely different size chassis. And I was like, you guys are crazy. No one is doing that. Like, no one is going to do that.
That's what I thought. Well,
chassis.
They had the 818 or the 817, the 857, and the 897, which were essentially all the same radio that did different things at different power settings. And I thought, well, maybe they're reintroducing that line of concept, small, medium, large.
But unless someone is up to date on Japanese license class No one in America would pick up on that.
Right.
I didn't. I think I was the second channel to put out a video on that right after Sean did, and Yaesu vague booked the entire release of the information.
They did.
So all we could do was speculate on it, and people came back to me with all kinds of ideas about this and that, but I only have what I've got to work with.
There's two things I could say. Is I did know that the Japanese license was restricted in power, but that's not the big point. The other point is
the UK license was. I didn't know the Japanese license was,
Hmm.
but it was in English.
Yes,
and it was not on Japan. It was not on Yaesu Japan's website when that article came out.
Right,
because I looked.
But here's the second point: if a manufacturer is releasing another SKU in a different chassis with different features, you better believe there would be an image of it. They even a cocked up image with a monitor that pops out of it. They would have another image. There's no way that they would put a press release out that would only have one of three potential different SKUs with different chassis and different features. There absolutely would be even a bad picture of it. And the fact that it didn't, I knew it was all going to be one chassis at different power levels. That was it.
Makes
from
sense.
my point of view.
Yeah, makes sense. But all right. Well, this has been Speculation Ham Radio from Ham Radio 2.0.
Come to Huntsville and check out the new Yaesu 710.
That's right. Yeah,
we're speculating it will be under glass.
Right. Yeah. So now I'm going to hit up John Crook and say, bring the 710 to Montesano on Friday and put it on my hex beam.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Do that. Do that.
I mean, he might not be able to because it might not be FCC approved yet. They can't actually transmit if it's not FCC approved.
No, that's true. Yeah, very true. Very true.
But we're not far out from a potential release date, so it could be approved. Maybe that might be possible.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Well, we can check. Somebody can go into the FCC database and check.
Oh, that's true. We have the power.
We have the power. All right, guys, we're going to close it down. I always love doing these streams. It's a very fun time, so I appreciate everyone joining tonight. Probably not going to do it next month because I'm out of town the last 2 weekends of August. The first week will be at Huntsville. I'll be there from Wednesday to Monday. And then I drive home on Monday, and I'll be home for a night or two, I think 2 nights. And then the following Wednesday, I'm driving to Colorado for the Overland Expo Mountain Show.
I'm so jealous.
With Steve and Jason. So that's going to be, I'm really looking forward. Really enjoyed the Overland Expo East Show in Virginia last year, so I'm looking forward to doing one in Colorado because it will be a hell of a lot cooler than Huntsville will be.
Colorado's great.
So Colorado's awesome.
Wait. In late August?
Late August. Last week in August.
It's going to be hot as hell, man.
Well, it's in Loveland.
Yeah.
That's higher elevation.
That's not as hot. It's not as hot as Huntsville in Texas, I bet.
It's a dry heat.
That's called a convection oven.
That Arizona heat is a dry heat right up until you pull up on the blacktop and your truck breaks down and you realize that the blacktop is literally liquid because it's so hot outside.
Yeah.
Then it's not that much. It's not that dry anymore. I'm just saying right now.
Colorado gets really hot. Like
it does. It does. Yeah. But I've been in Denver in the summer before, and I didn't think it was as hot as it was here.
The rep that I got my booth reservations for stated the way that it's laid out, and I'm not sure if they've publicized the map yet, but every vendor is more on a like Overland East. The sun was not in our face. I think they're trying to do smart where the sun is not hitting all the vendors because that was a big problem at the one that's the same weekend as Dayton.
West. Overland Expo West in Arizona.
And then East, I'm still on the fence with East, not because I don't want to go. They had so many vendors complaining, and I wish somebody would have posted a video because I don't think you did a video of how it was laid out. I don't think you did.
No.
But the problem that a lot of the vendors had, if you went to the opposite end where that concept Hummer was, there were so many vendors that were facing the opposite way that you couldn't see any of their display for like the first 4 hours because they were in direct sunlight.
Yeah.
So they're doing a lot of changing, and then I'm trying to think what else she told me this week. There was not really much like surprises coming to West or East. just that don't expect that $2 million vehicle to be there, because I guess there's going to be more vehicles.
So the average temperature of Loveland in the end of August is low 80s, high 70s.
Oh, nice. Well, that's great then. That'd be fantastic.
That's great. That's great.
Honestly, at an overland convention, don't show me high concept cars. Show me an actual overland vehicle that has a trailer, some kind of camper on top of it. Show me real things that you can actually buy. That's
Show
what
me
I
an
want
FJ
to see.
that's all fitted out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Show me that kind of
the
stuff.
vehicle across from us last year was like a rolling house with tractor tires on it. I'm like, that's
one of
really
those earth
cool.
It's not feasible.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, I was like, that thing's like $600,000. I'm like, who's gonna buy that?
Right.
Yeah, it was 650 grand.
Yeah.
And then he was trying to hawk a vehicle when we were at Morefest. I was standing near Kyle when we saw the NASCAR driver, Carl Edwards.
Oh, Carl Edwards, yeah.
Yeah.
Carl Edwards. And I looked over and I'm like, I recognize the guy. And the first thing in my mind is, this is that prick that was across from us at Overland East. And you look at the truck, and it was just a truck. And he wanted $350,000 for the truck. And it was an F550 or something, or F650.
Yeah.
You need to have something practical, like a fully modded 3rd gen 4Runner.
So like Dave Canterbury had a Jeep Gladiator at the gathering with a pull behind, high wheelbase. It was a cargo trailer, small cargo trailer with a pop-up living tent, like a top of roof tent. And that was great. And there was a ton of people that came check that out because it was, part of a whole segment of vehicles. Like it was either a Winnebago or a Mercedes that had been converted to like a van life type of thing. Multiple trailers out there as well, but they're all like possible to own.
Right.
These are all things that a human, a regular human being could own these things. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
A non NFL star could own.
Right.
Some of those overlanding trailers, I mean, the turtlebacks and the Expedition and the Patriot trailers, those things start the lower class start at $30,000 to $35,000. The higher classes start at $60,000.
Yeah. They start.
I mean, they can get elaborate. If I spent $60,000 on a pull behind trailer with a pop up tent, I think the people around me would kill me.
Yeah, it's gonna get stolen.
It would kill me for the overland trailer.
Yeah, I said it after going to that show last year in Virginia. I was like, if any of these cheap ham radio operators that are always complaining about prices in ham radio were to walk through the show, their heads would explode.
Right.
I don't
some
want
of the prices out here. God.
I don't want to belabor the show going on, but I'm actually curious, like Jason, Steve, like how has been the overland people that you talk to when you talk about ham radio? Are they interested in it?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah. They're some of the nicest people around too.
Sure.
They genuinely want to help you out with rig questions, camping questions, whatever, that kind of thing. Yeah, so we set up the FTDX10 with the Chameleon Impasse 2.0 at the Gigaparts booth last year. And I was just hunting POTA. And people would come by and they would hear the station in Arkansas. We were in Virginia. They would hear the station in Arkansas or Ohio or California or Florida, and they'd be like, "Who is that?" It was like, "That's Parks in the Air, baby. What do you want?" So
I love that. That's what we want. We want those interchangeable segments.
That's right.
Those ham adjacent hobbies. That's what we want to go after.
Well, and showing the capability and explaining APRS.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was explaining APRS to and there was 2 hams there that they never heard of APRS.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I had the Yaesu van parked next, so I could show them, because the FTM 400 being in the van at the time, I could show them, and there was a digipeater like 5 miles away.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. So you pull up APRS.fi on the phone. It's like, this is what you tell your wife to do to know you're not dead.
Right.
This is what you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Very cool.
That's the presentation you give at overland shows is HF and APRS, right? You've lost them in VHF because they've gone down the GMRS rabbit hole.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm not. Yeah.
No.
But HF
No.
and APRS and all of those tracking modes, WinLink, you show them all of. Hey, you're out in the middle of the desert.
No,
you
I'd
don't
like
have
to
cell
set up a
phone service.
WinLink,
You can
yeah.
get a weather report.
But you got to be careful when you talk about APRS, particularly to hams that have heard of it. They're like, "Isn't that mode where they know where you are and they can track you?" You can tell them, "No, you can turn it off." But even better, you can send text messages with this. You could text your wife saying, "I'm okay," even though you're outside cell phone coverage. "I'm okay. Everything's fine. We're good."
And you don't have to have an InReach program that costs $20 a month to do
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Yep.
So yeah. Excellent. Yeah, it's fun.
Excellent.
Excellent. Excellent.
That was Jason's ASMR for the evening. There you go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, guys. Yeah, we need to shut it down. We've been going almost to 2.5 hours, which is it's always fun. I love this. I just love this. So, you guys tune. Oh, Josh, tomorrow night, what's your stream about?
I don't even know yet. It's either going to be on a.
That's my answer half the time.
I have I haven't posted. Normally, I post my thumbnails and the live stream yesterday. Thursdays is normally when I post it, but I haven't decided because I'm supposed to do something with Steve. Tio, temporary offline, on kit building. But I need to build the kit to have the discussion with him. And so I think I might build the kit tomorrow, but there's 13 toroids to wind, and I don't know if I'm going to wind the toroids if I get off the live stream. I haven't decided yet. So it's either going to be building that kit or we're going to do something else fun. But I have show ideas, so I'll figure it out after we end here.
Okay. All right, so tune in for Josh's stream tomorrow night, Sunday night.
Same time.
Yeah.
Saturday,
same time.
5 p.m. Pacific Standard.
Pacific time, yeah. So Sunday, Frank and Charlie are going to be on a stream together an hour before me, and then I'll be streaming at 7 p.m. Texas time, which is 5 p.m. California time.
That's right.
And, 24 hours after Josh. So, and I'm gonna invite Mark from Huntsville Hamfest on. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna do our monthly giveaway of some GMRS radios. So, and then I'm gonna announce the giveaway for August, and you guys are gonna love that. I promise you. So 73 to all. Thanks for joining tonight.
It's an earth crawler. It's one of those earth movers.
Right. Yeah. I won the lottery, so
right,
I bought a couple of earth crawlers.
Yeah. We
so,
all get one, and you get an earth rover.
You get an earth rover. If I ever won the lottery, I would so do that.
You're gonna have to call JG Wentworth and get one cash sum.
How about a 101 MP or a K4 every weekend? Let's go.
Yeah,
just give it away.
Awesome.
It would be awesome. So, all right, guys, 73 to all. Thanks for being in the chat. Appreciate you guys being here, and hope to see you in the live streams happening this weekend. Go to Huntsville Hamfest if you have the opportunity. Please go. It's going to be a fantastic show. So, everybody, wave goodbye.
73.
Goodbye.
Later.
We'll see you there.